Hello ladies and gents, welcome. Hope you're all doing okay. Please just pop a message in the chat box just so that I know that the chat box is working. We are going to be flying... hello. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Jonathan. Yeah, that's working perfectly. Fantastic. Cool. This is like the first time in a while that my live stream has actually gone the way it should. So, today, let's just tune the camera settings here. Drone speed down nice and slow, and the rotation also down nice and slow. Still feels a bit. Oh, it's because I have the zoom level up so high. There you go. Actually, no, that's still a bit. There we go. That's better. So here we are in the Flysimware Cessna 414 Alpha Whiskey Chancellor. There's been a lot of coverage on VATSIM. Oh, sorry, not VATSIM. There's been a lot of coverage online recently about this. Let me just tune the rotation speed. That needs to be a bit higher. Yeah. Beautiful aircraft. It's gone through a lot of updates recently. It's gone through 1.10, 1.20, and 1.3, and now we're on 1.31 hotfix. Oh yeah, there was a 1.2 hotfix as well, so it's like almost every day there's an update to this. So I'm currently running hotfix 1.1. No, sorry, 1.31 hotfix. And we will... Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful they look. Excellent texturing work. There's less polygons in there, I can tell. But despite there being less polygons, there's definitely good texturing to make up for that lack of polygons in there, which is perfectly fine. So, all in all, we're going to be going over this aircraft. Going to be looking at the details and cruise. We're going to be flying from Torp, Sandefjord, down to Stansted, which is usually actually a Ryanair, commercial Ryanair flight. Beautiful aircraft. And, I mean, it's already got a lot going for it, even though it's still in beta. So I think this is going to be a really well-rounded, high-fidelity add-on once it's fully fleshed out. Yeah, so that's enough of that camera. Let's just hit go back into the external. I'm going to put that over there. And move things over. So, right, I will show you what's going on VATSIM. We have, I am up here. Oh, there's someone else, Benjamin Berg. He's in an A320 to Gardermoen. He's a local to Sandefjord. You see, he is actually Sandefjord based, and I'm flying down to Stansted. Now, there is a Southampton controller online, but I'm willing to bet by the time I get there he's not going to be online, so I thought I would bet for Stansted, which does have a portion of the airfield has a GA apron, which is the north side, not the south side, of course. So we're going to be landing and taxiing onto the north side of Stansted. It's going to be we'll do our pre-flight planning now. Let's just jump into the cockpit, and let's go and look at weight and balances and all that fun stuff. So for Volanta, we're going to go EGSS, alternate EG SC, which is Cambridge actually, out of flight plan, using simbrief.com. There we go. And then hopefully that's this is using. Let's just drag this across. Okay, we're going to be doing it in pounds. This airframe, actually, the closest airframe that Simbrief has that I'm aware of is the Cessna 404 Titan, which is a similar kind of airframe, and that's the best. It's just going to be EGSC. Airline Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo. No, that's not going to. Okay, flight number. Not going to worry about that. Okay, so fuel factor, we're going to go 0 for that. Yep, it's given us analyze route. It's given us. Oh, that's weird. Didn't it give us some like upper airways or something? Oh, suggested routes. Oh, here we go. Yes, that's what we want. SIDS and stars. That's what we're going to use. Analyze route. Airway November 866 uses invalid endpoints. Okay, let's try that one. Nope. That's what it says about all of them. Okay. Well, we'll just roll with it and we'll see how this works. Okay. Let's give ourselves an extra 500 pounds of fuel and just spit that out and see what that gives us. The level of detail they've put on that aircraft is great. Yeah, Jonathan, it really is very promising as a GA twin. We're probably not going to get an A2A GA twin for a while yet still. So I'm happy to roll with this until... Okay, so we've got 0 fuel weight, 6,600 pounds. Cruising at 8,000 feet. We're actually going to go up much higher. We're going to go up to... actually, if I can manually... Let's just go back and manually put in the flight level. Where can I do that? Altitude, auto. Let's go 240. Like so. Units, it needs to be in pounds. Do you wish to automatically convert extra fuel cargo? Yes. I'm doing it in pounds because the EFB is in pounds. At least that it is at the moment. So, okay. Now let's regenerate that. Okay, right. Zoom down. Okay, 5,300 pounds of fuel. Oh no, 0 fuel weight's 5,300. Flight level 240. Fuel block of 3,200 pounds. So the cost index is 50, but we don't use cost index. Flight time 3 hours and 24 minutes. Okay. Right, so I'm going to use this. I'm just going to drag this over to my second screen and check SimBrief for flight. Import the SimBrief flight. Done. Right, so that's the flight that we've got imported, as you can see on Volanta. Take off northbound and out via the SID. So we're just going to now, this is going to be Golf, it's going to be Golf, Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, and it's going to be, say, the same flight number. There we go. Okay, so oh, it's not Amsterdam, it changed that again, EGSC, Cambridge, done. Okay, cool. I'm going to drag that over to my second screen. Now, when we go to the SimBrief weights, let's see what we can do. In pounds, we want our 0 fuel weights, 5,300. So if we just take the fuel down to 0, and we go, okay, Okay, we're not going to be able to do that because I can't see 0 fuel weight anywhere on here. So we're going to put in our fuel of not in kilograms. Oh, why is this why is this frozen in kilograms? Why is this frozen in kilograms now? Okay. Maybe that's in my settings. If I go takeoff weight. Right. Estimated takeoff weight, 8,400 pounds. Let's just go pounds to kg. It's not terribly bad. 3810. Okay. So let's go. And the fuel's 3,200, which is 1451, which is fuel. Well, it actually has max fuel at 564 kilograms, and it's telling me that I need a lot more fuel than that. So I'm just going to go 100% fuel. I made it over here, by the way, guys, already. Last night I flew over here with fuel to spare. So I'm just going to set myself something like why is this doing this? It's not allowing me to. Hey Marvin, good to see you. I don't know why this is okay, let's go to general options. By the way, let's turn off control options, not control options, assistance options. That's what I wanted. Assistant options, aircraft systems, auto mixture off. And let's go unlimited fuel, failure and damage, navigation notifications, piloting, POI, user experience. I'm just looking for the imperial versus metric. It's not going to be in any of these, is it? No. Apply and save. Go back. General options, maybe? Yeah, it's going to be in here somewhere. Data. No. Camera. Flight model. Units of measurement. Metric system. US system. Hybrid. To be fair, I think hybrid means you can use both, I guess. Anyway, let us keep on track. So the payload, it's not wanting me to go any further on that payload, but I think that's because I've hit the total. But no, I haven't hit the total. So I'm not sure about that. Anyway. 26.7. Why can't I make that? 17 kilograms on each side. Okay. Let's go 100. Just put 100 in these. Put 90. Just vary these a little bit. 80, 50. Yeah, already over a max takeoff weight. Okay. Well, let's not put. Okay, let's put pilot. Let's put pilot. Yeah, there we go. We're close to our max takeoff weight. Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. We know we've got a good load and we are we've got max fuel, so let us go. Ooh, I can hear some noises there. You can see that we actually the luggage dynamically loads on the aircraft. Suitcases appear in baggage compartments as you load more things onto the aircraft, which is really cool. Let's just go to the co-pilot passenger nose. Empty weight. Yeah, I do really want full fuel. I want full fuel for this flight, so I'm just going to do this. Let's call this a positioning flight. We are up at max takeoff weight, so let's just call it that. Okay, let's close down the locker in the nose doors. To, close those fuel caps and the rudder lock. Take that off. Pitot covers, static wicks, tie downs, engine plugs, and chocks. Now, in the air, now you can see all of those things have been detracted. In the air, I want to get in the air sooner rather than later, and then we can actually talk about the aircraft in more detail. So with we're in Unicom right now, so without much further ado, let's just get set up. If I go checklist, there we go. Yeah, okay, pre-flight inspection. We will not go through the pre-flights. Let's go before starting engines. Okay. Cabin door and seal. Checked. Control locks. Stowed. Seatbelts and shoulder harnesses secured. Fuel selectors. Main tanks set. Landing gear is down. Throttles and propellers and mixtures. Propellers are full. Mixture is full. Throttles are cracked. Set. All circuit breakers are in. Now the circuit breakers currently are not modeled. I believe they will be modeled in the future. In. All circuit breakers. There's 2 of those. Clock flight time, it needs to be zeroed. Well, I don't have electricity on, so I don't have my clock zeroed yet, but we'll get onto that. Prop sync is off. Oh, I can't remember where the prop sync is. I will look for the prop sync in... Yeah, I'll look for the prop sync. I will look for the prop sync in due course. Right, battery switch on. Ground position lights. Nav lights, green. There's our nav lights on. Gear position lights are green. Fuel totalizer set. So this is in gallons. Fill up. Okay, I will have to fiddle around with this more in cruise. Parking brake is set. That is correct. Okay, start engines checklist. Right, we're at in an uncontrolled space. Yeah. And I don't have any flight plan on VATSIM, so let me just add that now before we go any further. Add flight plan, ENTO to EGSS, alternate EGSC, IFR. Takeoff time is going to be 17 let's call it 35. Flight time 3 hours, 3:30, and let's call our fuel 3. Actually 410. Cruise speed is about 210, I think, and then 24,000. And then our flight plan is that twin engine GA, twin engine GA GTN 750. There we go. Flight plan filed. The sweet sound of VR pilot trying to catch some model matching. Exactly. Hey, Sean, son of Mick. I'm currently driving to Ben's house. I believe Jacob and David are there. Ah. Very good. Very good. David and Jacob there? I don't think they are. I think David is over in England, and so is Jacob, so don't think so. Okay. Let's go off with the GPU, and let's close down the pad so we can see. And then let's go, you would open up. Ooh. Ah. Wow. Ah. You would shout clear prop, and you'd make sure no one was around. And then you would close this back up again, because this is supposed to be pressurized. Propeller is clear. Magnetos, let's put those all on now. Oh, no, don't want the control lock. Magnetos on, and engine start. Okay, so to start the engine, what we want our anti-collision light on. Like so. That wasn't part of the checklist, which is weird, but okay. There's Pilot Flyschule. Actually, they changed their branding after this. It's not called Pilot Flyschule, it's just called Pilot Flight Academy. So Flyschule or Flyschule, I believe is Flyschule or Flyschule is the way it's pronounced, I think. The pilot logo on the building over there is correct. I think they should have taken the Fly School off. EHC Helicopters is all still there and everything as well. I used to do some freelance for these guys. I know these guys are really nice people. Okay. Let's go. Let's start the left engine first. Let us do some priming. Bit of priming. And then hit. There we go. Okay. Watch our T's and P's. Oil's coming up into the green with the oil, which is good. Let's just make sure we idle around 1,000 RPM while our temps come up. There we go. Let's just make sure that holds at 1,000 RPM. Let's just bring our mixture down to lean for ground operations, and let's pay attention to the right engine. Let's prime a little bit and then hit the starter button. Okay, watching that oil pressure. Now if we put the manifold pressures dead straight, we should have the RPM settle dead straight also. Now, I don't know how to use that computer. I think that that computer, that fuel flow computer and fuel calculation computer, low volt. Turn on the voltage now for both. And let's just check. We've got voltage about 26 volts out of the left and right, respectively. None on the bat. But the full volts total is where we want it. Taxi light is on. Let's see, what's our EGT? Where am I looking? Think. Outside air temperature. There it is. We are just above 0. We're not even 5 degrees outside air temperature, which means we're going to have our. Let's see. Pitot heat needs to go on, obviously. Avionics, let's bring those on. Stall and heat. Cabin heat. Prop anti-ice. We won't turn those on quite yet until we hit some moisture in the air. So, okay. Garmin's are now online. Let's bring up the traffic on one. And let's go to the flight plan on the other. Whoa, the sound of the engine is sweet. Is the engine sound versus my voice, are those two things okay for you? Can you hear my voice okay, comfortably over the engine noise? If not, let me know and I will immediately start to try and tweak things. Okay, set the origin point is going to be, let's just pause track IR there so that I can move my head while and not be waving around. Okay, ENTO is ENTO, which is Torp Sonlefur. And then the procedure, the departure from Torp is going to be from 36. It's going to be Luto to Hotel. This one here, runway. This is showing runway 18, but it needs to be 36. Needs to be 36. Procedure, departure, runway. Let's hit the runway first. It's showing me Luto to Hotel as only a southbound. Which is strange. Maybe Luto to Golf. Runway 18. Nope. Luto to Golf. Nope. I already clicked that one. I need Luto to Hotel. There you go. Oh no, that's runway 36 now. Okay, load departure. Boom. Loaded. This is why I love the 750 for this. It's so intuitive. Okay, from Luto, let's go. A long track? No. 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 Add route waypoint. Luto. I want to add an airway. Okmam. Luto to Okmam, but I want Papa 850. Let's just make sure my engines. Yep, they're all fine. Okay. How do I add an? Add en route waypoint. If I go to Luto, insert after. Oh, Papa 850. Does that work? No matches found. Okay. How do I load an airway? I can't remember. This isn't giving me any waypoint info. No. Active add route Papa 850. No. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go Okmam. OCMAM, up gas. Set. No, OCMAM needs to be up gas needs to be, remove that. Okay, OCMAM, insert after. Okay, up gas. Okay, OCMAM, insert after. Up, oh, no, no, no. Okay, up gas, insert after, bucket. I'm not sure you can enter airways in the GTN 750. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure I remember somehow. Well, I'm going to find it out in cruise. It's okay. And then Papa 7 to Barmy. Okay, backspace, backspace, backspace. To Barmy. Set. No, it's done that again. It's put Barmy up. I want to move it. Okay, bucket after bucket. And set after. There you go, Barmy. And then what I want to do is procedure arrival. Okay, now I need to go to flight plan. Add route, en route waypoint EGSS. Stansted. No. Okay, this needs to be, okay, if I go to Barmy, insert after EGSS. There you go. Now if I go back and procedure arrival. Right, arrival needs to be Barma 2 Alpha. Set. Transition none. Load arrival. Okay. There we go. So that is a flight plan. If I zoom... Oh, I think I can zoom out. There we go. OCAM, up gas, bucket, and into Stansted. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on this in cruise once I'm up and I'm in control, and I will look at trying to properly do. I will look at properly trying to do there we go. Okay, we're all good to go. Right. How are we all doing? There it was, Marvin said. Oh, okay, there should be a load airway button. Ah, okay, I'll sort that out in cruise. As soon as I'm up, I can actually adjust my flight plan in flight, so I'll go back and look for that. So, initial climb, we're going to go, let's go 6,000 feet for our initial climb. We're in uncontrolled airspace right now, so, by the way, let's just lean that right engine for ground operations as well. Let's give ourselves, 15 degrees flaps. Okay. Let's also tune 122.8. Enter. So we're on Unicom. Just double check that we're on Unicom. Okay, yeah, we are. And double check that no ATC has arrived. Yes, it has. Polaris control is 121.55. Okay. Let's go. 121.55 set.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, Lufthansa 419, flight level 410. Lufthansa 493 Polaris, hello, squawk 0226.
Okay.
0226, Lufthansa 493.
Polaris, good evening. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo with you on the ground at Torp Lufthaven. Request IFR clearance as filed.
Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo Polaris, good evening. Cleared to Stansted, Bluetooth to hotel departure, runway 36, climb 4,000 feet, squawk 1777.
Cleared to destination as filed. Luto to hotel departure, runway 36, initial climb 4000, squawk 1777. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, read back right.
Boom. Right. Let's set in that information. So that's squawk 1777, not 1776. Luto Huto to hotel. So that's the SID that we've put in is fine. Runway 36, and let's adjust our initial climb to 4,000 from 6,000. Set.
Golf.
Oh, he was going to call me, I think. Well, I'm ready to go, folks, so let's just run through the taxi checklist before taxiing. Avionics.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, startup approved on QNH 1018, report ready for taxi.
Startup approved, and we are pretty much ready for taxi, thanks. QNH 1018, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay. Taxiing checklist. Brakes check and flight instruments will be checked. So he should call us back for our taxi. Our taxi is going to be... Actually, let's look at the GTN. We should have taxi signs designated. Oh, well, we don't actually. Not on this.
Delta 493, confirm squawk 0226.
Let's go to Navigraph.
0226.
Is it going to want me? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's just pull out my phone and do a nifty-difty. We will want this for flying this evening into Stansted particularly. So let's bring up Navigraph. Let me just log in for a second. And done. Okay. I have to do this every time, which is a bit annoying.
Mr. 1 Charlie Echo, roger. Lufthansa 493, identified flight level 410, continue.
Okay. Well, what am I saying? I can actually pull this up. I'm doing all of this, but I can pull this up on standby. Duh. Charts. Ento. Select airport. Alright, that's the chart that I was just pulling up. So, I hope he can either give me Whiskey 3 or Whiskey 2. I'd go for Whiskey 1, but it's up to him. Polaris Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo is ready for taxi.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, able to make intersection departure from Whiskey 3, or do you need any longer runway?
Whiskey 2 is okay for us, thank you.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, absolutely. Via Whiskey 3, taxi and line up runway 36.
Thank you. Just to confirm, did we hear Whiskey 2 or Whiskey 3, Golf Foxtrot Romeo?
Golf Foxtrot Romeo via Whiskey 3, taxi and line up runway 36.
Via Whiskey 3, taxi, line up runway 36, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, I mean Whiskey 3 is the hold point of the apron. Whiskey 2 is the actual hold point of the runway, which I am assuming that's what he means. Let's just bring the engines up.
74 Polaris, good evening. I have negative flight plan on you. Could you provide me one for me? So I could be very happy to continue with ATC services for you.
I can do that. I actually fired it, but maybe it didn't get through. Trying again. Fraction 974.
He said line up and wait runway 36. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, Whiskey 3 is to my left. Just here, not that far.
Establish ILS 35 Whiskey, 1 Charlie Echo.
It's a 1 Charlie Echo, clear to land, 35 in 320 degrees, 10 knots.
35 clear to land, 1 Charlie Echo.
So you can see we have a takeoff go around of 1,425 meters to the left from Whiskey 3. He has given us clearance onto the runway, so let's get landing lights on. And let's start moving onto the runway.
Triple up for transaction. First, picking up flight plan.
957 confirming, thank you. Set squawk 5511.
5511 in the box, direction 974.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo holding on runway 36 for takeoff.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, runway 36, clear takeoff, wind is 040 degrees, 3 knots.
Clear for takeoff runway 36, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay.
Fraction 974, identified flight level 150, climb flight level 330 and cleared direct Mars. Actually cleared direct Nevlon.
330, direct F-lock, fraction 974.
Fuel quantity check.
Fraction 974,
Main
confirm
tanks.
Evelyn, Echo,
Emergency
Victor,
cross sheet
Lima,
push
Alpha
down.
November.
Cowl flaps are open.
Headland, Echo, Victor,
Trim tab.
November, fraction 974.
Oh, wing flaps are up. We do a flaps up takeoff. Prop sync is off. Flight instruments and avionics set. Lights as required. All cabin doors closed. Pressurization set. We need to set pressurization. Set pressurization to... Thanks, Jonathan. I will get to your comment just after I've hit takeoff and hit cruise. Okay, we're going up to 240. Set. Auxiliary fuel pumps go on high. Flight controls check. Ooh, we're already rolling. Ice protection is required. Seatbelts done. Okay, let's advance the throttles up to 40 inches manifold is okay. We are maximum takeoff weight, so let's do that. Let's just... Uh, 100 knots, rotate. Whoop, there we go. Nice. Positive rate, gear up. I don't have any gear up noise. That was weird. Okay, let's... 500 feet, let's throttle back to 35 inches. Continue that climb. Let's just nose down slightly and get up past 130.
Reserve 1 Charlie Echo, contact ground, 121.9. Bye-bye.
Let's go to
119,
GPS mode and turn on the autopilot. And let's go nav mode. And then let's go VS. Nope, not roll. GPS.
Scandinavian 4606, descend 5,000 feet. QNH 1018.
Descent 5,000, range 1018, Scandinavian 4606.
1 Charlie Echo vacated. Good evening.
Reserve 1 Charlie Echo, ground at 121.9.
Climbing up through 1,600 for 4,000. Turn on these cabin lights. I have the premium for that, Jonathan. Oh, look at the lighting, bros. Look at the lighting.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, report passing altitude.
Passing 2,500, Golf Foxtrot Romeo.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Identified, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, he's given me all the way up to 240, set. And because he's given me a flight level, let's set standard barometric pressure, which is 29902 on primary, and let's go 29902 on standby, which is a bit harder to see, but it's about there. Let's just go. Okay, 3,100 set on both sides, cross-checked. Okay. Whew, this is fun. I love this. 265 is our course. And this is also a bit hard to set, but if you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, okay. You can actually see each individual incremental flick of the switch, so you can pretty much hit where you want to. Oh, look at that. Look at that, boys. Look at that. Oh. Sunset over southern Norway. It doesn't get any better than this. Do you know, when I fly here in southern Norway around Sandefjord and Notodden, I feel at home. I feel like I'm home again, which I've never lived in Norway. I've never lived or owned a house, or I've only ever been up in this region for freelance about 4 years ago now, 5 years ago maybe. But I still feel more at home flying around Sandefjord and Jarlsberg and Notodden and Sogndal than I do actually in some places in the UK, just because I've physically flown here in real life. So let's just sort out our ascent rate. Let's bring that down to 800. We've got to watch that climb rate as we ascend. Let's go 210. Set. Okay.
4606. Descend 3,000 feet. Clear ILS VTK 1835.
Descend 3,000, clear at ILS VC35, Scandinavian 4606.
Okay, power is set. Mixture adjust. Cowl flaps as required. Let's see. Our temperatures are actually a little bit high. Oh no, sorry. They're actually slap bang where they should be. As we climb, we will close the cowl flaps because of the cooling effect up higher. Cabin heat is required. Pressurization is set. Cabin is rising. You can see the cabin on the outside and the differential pressure. We've set cabin altitude or aircraft altitude at flight level 240, so our cabin should rise, and you should see the differential pressure automatically sort itself out there.
Apply control fraction 974, requesting 10 minutes.
So pressurization set, oxygen set, altimeter's set to that, and then in cruise we go power set, mixtures lean, props synchronize, pressurization set. Now, this checklist does not mention the fuel pumps, the auxiliary fuel pumps. I don't know if in cruise or in climb we set them, we turn them off.
Requesting 10 minutes out of cockpit.
I think because I'm up at
Call
35 inches.
Go on back, fraction 9.
I think because I'm up at 35 inches. Let's bring the RPM back to 2,500 now. I actually should have strictly done that soon after takeoff, but I didn't. But it won't be a terrible thing to have them running at max for that period of time. Your pronunciations are so good. Thank you, Marvin. Do you speak Norwegian? Jeg snakker norsk. Ja. Selvfølgelig, ja. Nej. Jeg snakker engelsk. Yeah. I speak very little bit of Norwegian, but I always loved the pronunciation. I always loved hearing the native speakers, and I loved getting the native pronunciation. So I've always enjoyed that. If I ever go back, I will have to brush up on my Norwegian, but I know very little Norwegian. But of the Norwegian I know, I try to make it sound proper, because you want to speak a language properly, the way it should be spoken, and I would hope that I would try to do that for all the places I go. It's just, oh, look at this, look at that. It's going to be a nighttime arrival into Stansted. We're up through 8,000 feet. Let's turn off the landing lights now, like so, and the taxi light. I think the taxi light automatically turns itself off once you raise the gear. That's something that happened in the a beautiful language it is. Veldig vakkert. Yeah, veldig vakkert. Vakkert is more like, it's not beautiful, it's more like beautiful in an essential way, I think. Vakkert, that's what that means, like curvy. But, yeah. I can guess on the context. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Now, see the prop? The prop has a bit of a stuttery texture as it goes around. I'm not a fan of that. I hope that changes in the future. But there's a, it's like the individual propeller blades are kind of freezing as they go through. Some developers have nailed that. I think PMDG have nailed their propeller animations. I think that needs a bit more work, but it's not bad.
4606 from A35, clear to land. Wind 320 degrees.
Up through flight level 9 0.
35, Scandinavian 4606.
Lufthansa 493 leaving my airspace. Unicom 122.8. Enjoy your flight to Frankfurt.
Thank you so much to decimal 8 and enjoy your control and Lufthansa 493.
Coming up through 10,000. Let's have the passengers get their evening meal on the go. Okay. Right. Let's just have a look at what's going on here. Let's have a look at VATSIM. Oh, no, not that one. This one. Okay, yeah, we've left, and we've got a fair ways to go inside Polaris control, so we're good. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. Now, what was I going to do? The one thing that comes up is courtesy LT, and I'm not quite sure what that means. But there we go. Yeah, we've largely escaped any potential icing, which is good. Ah, Norway is so beautiful. Ah, look at the lights coming out now. Oh, southern Norway. Oh, love it. Look at that, just beautiful. I'm gonna have to do some flying up in flying up to Trondheim and up to oh, what is it called? Right up in the north. Tromsø. Tromsø. And then over to Bergen. And then Sogndal and yeah, all the nice places. Look at that, just soak in that sight there. And there's a tiny airfield in this region here, I think. Oh, is it maybe it's that one there? That could be it. That could be it right there. Called Gullknapp. And my Norwegian friends actually, apparently I was originally calling it, yeah, if I just drag over the maps here. So there's Sognefjord, and Gullknapp is oh, it's down. It's down in here somewhere. If I go, I might be able to see the runway from a distance up high. Okay, Sognefjord. It might not be. Might actually not be too as far as I thought. There's Larvik. Oh, I remember passing that way on our way back. So it's not far from here. It's just going to be down the coast. No. No. I can't remember where it was. Anyway, it's in this region somewhere, further down the coast from Sognefjord, because we came out for a training flight and did some touch and goes. And forever, I was calling it Gullsnapp. And my friends were kind of like, it was a secret joke, because apparently in Norwegian, Gullsnapp is golden ding dong, basically. That's the polite version for it. And they finally told me.
Yeah, 4606, contact ground, 1 decimal line.
They finally told me what I was actually saying, and they were like, dude, it's actually pronounced Gullknapp. Because it's definitely not called golden ding dong. So, yeah, lol. The efforts of learning a different language, eh? Look at that sun. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Too bad we don't have chase plane yet in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, okay, let's start thinking about this add-on now. The 414 by Flysimware. Now, one weird thing that I have noticed is that from the front view, you hear a muted sound of the engines. As soon as you change the angle to be more to the side and behind, you hear the full force. You see that? It's muted in front of you. And to be fair, if you're flying towards, if something's flying towards you, it wouldn't have a decibel drop of that much, I think, at that speed. I mean, okay, in supersonic, okay, you're not going to hear the aircraft from the front, but I understand that. But I think it's a bit much to have such a decibel drop of the engines when you're viewing from the front. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it on this. Actually, I'm going to just pause my track IR. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to unpause it, and I'm going to take this screenshot. Oh, because it's absolute gold. Okay, let me catch up on chat. I don't know what you said next, but I kind of guess the context. Later, I'm going to do Geneva to Faro with the fly-by-wire 320 experimental as EasyJet. Gonna be fun. Nice. Yeah, Faro is crazy.
Scandinavian 908 in
Wonders of languages. Yeah.
Hey, dude, 908 Polaris. Good evening. Squawk 4246.
Okay. The Norwegian.
446 Scandinavian 908.
The Norwegian accents. I'm I miss the Norwegian accents. Okay. Okay, so while we're in the aircraft, let's now look at the update list. So, the first update was update 1.2, and it said, number one, autopilot was not using the pilot altimeter. That has been fixed. I can confirm that has been fixed. Because when you, I don't want to go through it right now, but basically, if you set flight level 240, it will climb and it will attack flight level 24 and it will hold flight level 24 on the
908,
dot.
identified flight level 390 after Valdi, clear direct Valp.
He's a bit loud. I'm just going to tweak them down. Armrest delay animation fixed. Quick fuse updated. Manifold needles fixed, tied to an electrical circuit, has been fixed. Tail number placard UV now updated. Clock and fuel computer moved back to onto the battery circuit. Missing inner mesh on the nacelle intake vents fixed. Shimmering on the face of the fuel computer has been eliminated. Assorted minor modeling bugs fixed. Pilot altimeter will display metric when sim settings are changed to the metric system. Both the Navamatic and the Garmin GFC 600 got updated with minor conflicts. Fuel flow was too high. Now, this was a big thing in the first version. I forgot to put it back after testing. So that's the dev saying, yeah, my bad, I forgot to put it back. This will get updated a few times during the beta period. So he's going to be tweaking the fuel flow based on user feedback and so forth. So by the time we're in open, the aircraft gets its full release, it should be good.
908, clear direct a question. After Valdi, clear direct Uruval for later RMP Whiskey 01 right to be expected.
So updating on the textures, GPU exterior sound has is now the correct GPU sound. The exhaust temp, fuel pumps, and GPU volume is lower. I can confirm that based off the first original. Radar altimeter test mode now moves the radar needle to max scale. Alerter coupled light now stays on after you capture altitude hold mode. Yep. We added an ocular mesh to prevent any environment from entering into the interior model. That's good. Oil pressure is in the green now, but we'll get more tweaks. Yes, that's very good. Tablet weather page sea level pressure text changed to pressure MSL. Format for the inches and heading fixed. Interior windshield glass effects updated. Some of the performance got updated. Steering rudder, aileron of stability, gyro roll stability, and minor elevator adjustment. So, update to 1.2 from the initial release. There's a fair amount of things there. A lot of bugs got reported. He's fixed a fair amount. Okay, let's go to 1.3. This was the next one. Now, this was yesterday, bearing in mind. This was yesterday. This update came through 1.3, and I was like, right, okay, let's do my first live stream with update 1.3, and I'll have a more refined aircraft, right? Missing interior wall for the interior LOD 2 model. Beta 1.2 hotfix. Garmin got a ton of good fixes, but we changed a single value that broke the ILS approach capture. This is now fixed. Visor tooltip had displayed the wrong text, okay. Taxi light now turns off when the gear is raised, right. Elevator authority was improved for low speeds, so approach mode now can maintain pitch and glide slope as well. Updated the fuel flow valve. Oh, value. Sorry, not valve. Okay, so there he is again, updating the fuel flow value. Good. Updated the stall behavior. Great. Now, a couple of notes. You must close the cowl flaps at high altitude to maintain temps in the EGT to prevent loss of power. Right, this I will now do. I mean, temps still look good. They look middle of the road. So, we're up at 19,000. Goodness me, we're up at 19,000. You know what? I'm going to close them now.
Careful. 6901 Polaris. Hello, climb flight level 380.
I'm going to close them now anyway, just so. Menu, is the traffic being shown? Yes, it will be. Okay. you can see the airspace on
Translation calling, only static mic.
the airspace you can see on the Garmin, which is really, really great. Let's pitch forward because that climb rate's starting to get a little bit more.
Calling,
Let's go to 500 feet per minute.
Yeah,
We've only got 4,000 feet left to climb, so we're doing really well, and the turbos are holding their own, so that's good. So, where were we? You must close the cowl flaps at high altitude to maintain temps in the EGT to prevent loss of power. Beta 1.2 hotfix and higher now has auto mixture enabled for this aircraft without having to change the sim settings. That's good. Which means that the aircraft basically has its own auto mixture feature. What comes next? So, right now, these updates come thick and fast because this update only came, I think, this afternoon. This is the 1.3.1 hotfix. So, oil temperature reconfigured to fix the engine performance issue in beta 1.3. Tablet only draws from battery when unit is on, and new hotspot to replace battery in flight located on the top left corner. Glass interior updated again to fix the strong fingerprints and scratches. Yep, so he's working on the interior glass. Autopilot updated for minor issues. Nav mode in VLOC also made some improvements. Improved the autopilot config settings for pitch control and glide slope control. And minor tweaks in the flight tuning config. Now, beta 1.2 hotfix and higher now has the auto mixture enabled. Okay, so that's the same note from the previous document. So that's pretty much what's happened in the space of about not even a week, maybe slightly less than a week now since this was initially released. So the dev is on the ball. He really is responding to feedback, throwing out those daily updates. And
read you 5 now.
Okay, recycled frequency, everything is fine. Just reporting back in cockpit.
Those updates are coming in.
Section 974, roger, thank you.
And they're good to see. Hey, Adam Prestige, how's it going? Jonathan is going to grab food and coming back in a few minutes. Hopefully you'll still be online. I'll still be online for a while yet, Jonathan. I have all the way to Stansted to go, and then I might do some flying after Stansted in the Apache or something. I don't know. But this is definitely, I'm not going to be on for 5 minutes and then be off. This is a one evening I can be okay with that. So yeah, see you later. Didn't realize you were streaming. No, yeah, well, hey, Ian's here as well. How are you? Can't join us. We are about to start one leg of tour, A2A Friday tour. No worries, Ian. Good to see you. It's weird in the sense that I'm the one streaming right now and you're the one typing. It's usually the other way around. So, yeah, good to see you both. I hope you have a lovely flight, and I will check your progress online on my second screen periodically. So, just coming up through flight level 220 in the Cessna 414, flying down the side of the Norwegian coast. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ah, that's another screenshot right there. Okay, what was I doing? I was so I'm no Twitch myself right now. Oh, okay. Okay.
Control 118.4. Bye-bye.
Okay, no worries.
1840, thank you, fraction 974.
So we're already going a ground speed of 224 knots, and our airspeed is 150. So that's pretty crazy. Once we dial out and cruise, if I just punch up my manifold again to just under 35 inches, we're probably very efficient up here. Yeah. So, yeah, a lovely add-on. Now, while I'm here and while I'm thinking about it, let's go back to my flight plan and let's just review the Ockham. Now, it was Papa 850 to Ockham, but between Buckut and Barmy, there is Papa 7. So let me see if I can try and add insert after load airway. Why did I not see that before? To Barmy. Oh, well, since it's a straight line, well, I'll hit load, but... I wonder if I could add it from Lotot to... Yeah, here we go. 850 to Lotot. Oh, no. Cancel. Load airway. Why didn't I see that load airway before? I can't select Lotot. I think it's because I'm in the middle of flying this exact leg that I can't add that, which is fine. But I'll have to look at that later because I'm not sure why I did not see that. I should have, but I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch the stream later. So it looks like I'm going to be hitting flight level 240 at Ockham, which is good. Let's just check our pressurization. Okay, so the cabin has stabilized. The cabin is stabilized just under about 8,500 feet in pressure. I think it might still creep up a little bit because we've got, well, actually, we've got. Oh no, okay, we've only got a few hundred feet left to go, and we're fine. The pressure differentiation is right up against the maximum, so there's really very little. You've only got a few more thousand feet before you hit 10,000, and then 10,000 is essentially you shouldn't be pressurizing a cabin above 10,000. So. Okay, we're about to hit flight level 240 and hit our level off. Okay, let's go to checklist and let's bring up our cruise checklist. See what we've got. Power set, mixtures lean, prop synchronize, pressure set. So where is our prop sync? That's the one thing I didn't find. That's rudder. Prop sync. Phase switch. That must be. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't hit. Oh, I didn't hit arm altitude. Okay. Hit arm altitude. Okay, we'll hit that on the way down. So, okay, I've just I've hit negative 400 feet per minute, and I've armed it now. So hopefully we should arm as we come down. Now as we come down, let's go to 25, 26, 2700 RPM. Sorry, on the mixture. Manifold. Sorry. And let's go 2200 RPM. Just bring that RPM all the way back. Like so. Yeah, you can see it capturing now. Altitude. It should capture. So we're down to... Okay, so the fuel computer, I should have set it to max fuel before I took off. So I don't want to really, I don't know that I want to trust that. Let's just turn off my overhead floodlights. Or actually no, hang on. No, it's these ones I want to turn off, and these ones I want to turn on. I discovered this the other night when I was flying. I want the floodlights on.
Polaris control, hello, Scandinavian 29, Charles Jackson, Yankee to runway 35.
Yankee 290, Polaris
There we
good
go.
evening. Runway 35,
That's what I want.
traffic of wind 330 degrees, 9 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 35, condemning 290.
Okay, I am actually nose up, so let's push up to... Let me go to the manual and look at performance. Okay. Okay. Performance at 20,000. I don't really want performance at 20,000. I'd rather have cockpit, exterior, interior. So at 20,000 feet, let's see, total pounds per hour burn. Okay, you could go 2100 RPM at 32 inches. Let's just do that. Let's go 2100 RPM. Just bring the RPM down. 2100 RPM, and the burn, what was it, 31 inches? There we go. With prop sync on. It needs to go up slightly. Set. So, yeah, that's basically auto mixture. So moving those should be fine. Leaving them there. Okay. Cool. So we're currently an airspeed of 155, I'd say. Sun has officially set. So with an airspeed of 155 at flight level 240, what is that getting us in ground speed?
Oscar, maybe 290, passing 2000.
Ooh.
290 identified, climb flight level 330.
236. Let's just go to Volanta.
Direct cook up and climb flight level
Yeah, 237 ground speed. And time remaining 1 hour 54 minutes. So a little bit faster actually than I thought. You know, that's not much slower than a 737. 737's about just under 2 hours. We've already been in the air for maybe half an hour, probably, maybe by now. So, yeah, that's good. That's good performance. That is good performance. Right, I'm going to tell my controller that I want to be away from the computer. I'm just going to go down and get another cup of tea.
4691 is leaving my space.
So,
you don't want to do that, somebody. Bye-bye.
Tea break. Back soon. Okay. Polaris Golf Foxtrot Romeo is going to be AFK for 4 or 5 minutes.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, roger, report back.
We'll report back, thank you, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay, folks, I will leave you with a nice exterior view. Something like that. And I will be back momentarily. I'll just go grab me a drink and yeah, I'll be back later.
Scan 290 to traffic, turn right, heading 100.
Heading 100 to Scandinavian 290.
Name 908 approaching top on descent, 15 miles.
Scan 908, when ready, descend flight level 120.
Ready, flight level 120, Scandinavian 908.
FedEx 336, Polaris, hello, identified, flight level 339er, descend flight level 100, clear direct Idava for later RMP whiskey runway 35.
What is the center flight level 100 and direct to Idava, and what was the approach to it?
FedEx 336, expect the RMP question at the ILS whiskey runway 35.
It looks like Paris was, yeah, 35, thanks.
Polaris Control UPS 372 Heavy, passing level 170 for level 210, direct Hartford.
UPS 372, Polaris, hello, climb flight level 380.
380 UPS 372 Heavy.
Okay, I am back, ladies and gents. Let me just turn off the T sign, and let's tell ATC that we're here.
Polaris Control, good evening, 617-103.
SIG 17, Polaris, hello, climb flight level 320.
320-617.
And Polaris Control Golf Foxtrot Romeo is back in the cockpit.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, roger.
And you can see, based off the GTN 750, we'll soon be passing out of his airspace, and he'll give us Unicom. And then, as you can see, as we fly down and we get close to the English coast, it's not showing us the... Oh, they're loading up now. Okay. Is it going to show us the ATC airspace there? It's taking a while to load, maybe. Maybe it will load when we get there. When we get there closer. Or get there sooner. So I got my tea, but I also, because it's a Friday night, I've got this, it's like, what is the word? It's like a Irish cream whiskey. It's like Bailey's, basically, but not Bailey's. Very similar. It's a different brand. than Bailey's, but it's, you know what I'm talking about. Mm. 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 Ah, yes. Ground speed of 238. That's with a ground speed of almost 240. That's really good. So also, I believe we have some. If we go utilities, VNav, and if we select
336, confirm routing inbound to Idaba, India Delta Alpha Victor Alpha.
I'm going there, but then it seems to be behind me, so I'm directed to Aluva right now.
FedEx 336, roger, route direct Idaba.
Okay, so this shows us, if we say, say 1,200 feet per minute, 5 nautical miles before Stansted.
290, descent now, flight level 120.
Begin descent in an hour and 28 minutes.
Descent flight level 120, Scandinavia 290.
And up at this altitude, you might as well just be your own little airliner. You know?
Norwegian 145, flight level 330.
Nordic 145, Polaris, good evening, set squawk 7642.
The safety squawk 7642, Norwegian 145.
Scandinavian 908, report your indicated airspeed.
We're keeping 320 knots, Scandinavian 908.
Scan 290, report your indicated airspeed.
Just arrived at Ben's house. No David or Jacob. Ben is fast asleep. Got my car parts and heading back to Dublin. We'll be listening along on the drive. Nice. Nice one, Sean. Yeah. Ben is fast asleep. That doesn't surprise me at all. Good old Ben. He does work hard. He was just advising me on my car issue. I had Mercedes. I have a second-hand old Mercedes-Benz A150 automatic, and I just had a mechanic tell me the gearbox is completely shot. So that's fun, but you know. Let me just have a look here. Let me just refresh. Okay. Yeah, we're in the cruise now, so we're down to a few less viewers, and let's say 3 packs. Okay, my flight plan gave me three passengers, so
Scandinavian 908, speed 290 knots or greater.
Maintaining 320, Scandinavian 908.
908 negative, speed 290 knots or greater.
290 knots or greater, Scandinavian 908, right.
okay. Beautiful. I love it. I love it when an aircraft just does the job. So my cylinder head temperatures are...
Nordic 145, identified flight level 330, cleared mod me to Papa arrival, runway 35, descend, flight level 100.
Cylinder head temperatures are low, but manageable. Oil temps are right where they should be. Oil pressures are right where they should be. Fuel quantities, you know, again, right where they should be.
Sorry,
Should
was
have
that for
more than
Norwegian
enough to
145?
get down to
Norwegian
Stansted.
145, affirm, cleared.
EGT is a bit low, but of course it is very cold up here, so as you know, and the aircraft is automatically managing the mixture, so I don't have to worry about that. We've got the lights shining on the leading edge to show us wing icing, which is going to be really helpful when we begin descending into Stansted, because it's been cold in the UK today. Let's just turn on our DME, by the way. I should have done that. Ram dump pull. Now, I've accidentally pressed the ram dump pull, and that basically vents the cabin pressure, which we do not want to do. So I'm going to try very hard not to push that by accident this time. What is that? Unslave switch. What is?
FedEx 3360.
I don't know what that button is.
QNH 1018.
And QNH 1018.
I think they're off now, yeah. That's the way they should have been. Yeah, cool. Lovely aircraft, beautiful aircraft. Really, really like this aircraft. I can imagine seeing myself doing a lot of long haul GA in this.
Scandinavian 290, clear direct Victor Alpha, Lima, Papa Uniform.
So we are 4.6 nautical miles from Ockmam, which is the edge of his airspace. So he should be calling me up very soon, giving me Unicom. Oh, right-clicked on that there. We're making excellent progress. I mean, I flew outbound from I flew from Land's End to Ento to Torp. Yeah, arrival waypoint Ockmam. I flew outbound from Land's End, all the way from Land's End, up across England, all the way to Torp in the 414 outbound, and I'm now doing this flight.
Call Foxtrot Romeo, leaving my space, Unicom 122.8. Bye-bye.
122.8, thank you very much for your excellent ATC service. Ha det bra.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, new 207. 987. There we go. Okay, set. Let me just Google what courtesy LT is on that. Let me go back to the manual. Let's start poring over the manual here as we I want to learn what these different enunciators mean. Is this going to help me? Ah, here we go. Courtesy LT. The white courtesy light advises that the overhead light, flight deck, floodlight, and main cabin door entry lights are illuminated. Oh, okay. Courtesy light. So it's just a thing that says my light is on, which is fine. Okay. So we've got landing altitude alt. The amber left on the light advises that the left alternator is not generating. Oh, okay. Left alternator out, right alternator out, low volt. Yeah, we saw that earlier on. Door warning. That's not a good one. Cabin altitude. altitude light advises that cabin altitude is above 10,000 feet. Now that's that magic number we mentioned earlier on. That's actually they've not added another 0 where they should. There's been a couple of text spelling mistakes in the manual that I've seen already. Not that I don't really worry too much. It's still beta, and those things will probably be pointed out. But they've got a lot on their plate, and they're doing an amazing job with what they have. So I am quite forgiving, I think, for an add-on like this in this state of quality when it's still in beta. So we could have a look at the EFB. Let's turn on the EFB here. Oh. Replace battery. Ah, there we go. Okay. You have to recharge the battery by clicking the top left now. Okay. Let's go over... Okay, what's it showing me here? 12 knots from behind and 4 knots from the right. So it's showing me a relative wind. Temperatures, ambient temp is -51 or -46 Celsius. Pressure is 1019. That's really helpful actually as we come down to Stansted. Barometric pressure is oh goodness me. Why is the baro so low? I don't know. That is the... Now, do these actually work? No, these don't. Hopefully these checklists, these clickable checklists will work soon, because I think these custom clickable checklists will be far better than the default checklist, which already I've already seen. This default checklist doesn't really give you what you need. It's not proper. There's no prop sync, or there's no fuel aux pump settings in this checklist, in this default checklist, as far as I've seen. See, if I go to approach and descent, not there before okay, no, there it is. Auxiliary fuel pumps are on low before landing. Okay, I lie. Let's go after takeoff. Oh, low. There you go. Auxiliary fuel pumps on low after takeoff. And then cruise. In cruise, no. Approach and descent. Auxiliary fuel pumps on low. So it says low when you take off and low when you land, but I guess it assumes that you would turn them off in climb and cruise, because it says for you to turn them on low in the after takeoff. Right here. Climb, power, mixture, cowl flaps, cabin heat, pressurization, oxygen, altimeters. Cruise, power, mixture, props, pressurization. Approach and descent, pressurization. Set LFT plus 500. Landing altitude. Fuel selectors. What is this? Oh, yes, okay. Altimeters, avionics, load approach. Radar, altimeter, set minimums. And then before landing, fuel pump low. So I'm assuming that means you turn it off in climb and cruise. But until I get more accurate checklists, I won't know. Daniel, you should fly more VFR, like that time you didn't know the approach to Innsbruck in the C-172. Yes! Daniel, that is a good idea. I will do that. I will fly more VFR. I did more VFR in the old days, and I just don't do it enough. Maybe I'll do VFR in this aircraft, actually. I'll do VFR in this aircraft through the Austrian Alps. How about that? Yes. Ah, Bailey's. Thou art my sweet delight. And then just after the Baileys, you hit the T. Oh. Right. Ooh, local, UTC. 850. 750. Okay, 850. No, that's not right. That's not correct. I don't know why. Ah, cool. Let's just turn it down for the moment. Unfortunately, because the checklists aren't operating, there's really no need for me to have this pad. Apart from the pressures and temps, the pressures are helpful when descending. But apart from that, until I get the checklists, I won't really have any need for this. Yeah, and the aircraft states don't work yet, so I'll just get rid of it for now. I will do more VFR. I will. I pledge. I pledge it to thee. We're going to get some nice stars tonight, guys. This is going to be cool. This is where it gets a bit creepy, because you're in such a small aircraft in the middle of the ocean, up high, at night. It's just a bit... just feels a bit spooky, you know? Okay, let's have a look. Time remaining, 1 hour 28 minutes. We are apparently thundering along. We don't have any Stansted local ATC, but that's fine. We have London Central Controller online. How much good he's gonna be, I'm not sure. There's us. How helpful he's gonna be, I'm not sure, but you know, we'll see what we can do. Top of descent is in 1 hour 14 minutes. Let's have a look at this checklist again. See if there's anything, any more interesting things we can glean. Ah, okay, there's the detailed information. We don't have any more. Ah, here we go. Let's learn about that little fuel computer, okay? Let's do that. Okay, pilot's operating handbook for the Hoskins computerized fuel management system. Okay. The general system description, page 1. Let's go. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's zoom in on it on the right hand side, and then let me read out on the left hand side, and we'll have ourselves a little training session here. Okay. The computerized fuel system, herein referred to as CFS, are designed to maximize efficiency of fuel system monitoring. Let me just go back to my. Hey, Jonathan, good to see you. We're just learning about the little fuel computer. So, herein referred to as CFS, are designed to maximize efficiency of fuel system monitoring and management and bring space-age capability and display technology to general aviation. Okay, cool. The CFS systems consist of a panel-mounted instrument and fuel flow transducers, which are designed for installation in the aircraft fuel lines. So it's given us 2 models. One model is for a single engine setup, and the other model is for the twin. These systems are designed for use in all single and twin engine aircraft, having no more than 60 gallons an hour continuous consumption or 78 intermittent consumption for takeoff power, for instance. Oi, nice. It seems so complex. Well, we're here trying to make it simple. 1.1. Panel-mounted instrument. The panel-mounted instrument contains all system electronics, operating and programming controls, and the digital readout display, which we can see here. The digital readout utilizes incandescent 7-segment displays, and the function or mode legends incorporate mini lamps. All digital readouts and legend displays are fully sunlight, readable, and feature automatic dimming for night and low light level flight conditions. The system's electronics are completely packaged in the panel mounted instrument on 3 rectangular circuit boards, 1, 2, 3. The electronic designs features the highest quality solid-state components available and a single-chip microprocessor. Blah, blah, blah. The system's computers are designed to precisely count the number of pulses from the fuel flow transducer, or transducers, and convert the count to gallons. A crystal-controlled clock reference is used to compute the rate of fuel flow and the timer functions. The computer also routinely calculated all other displayed functions. Okay. The basic program is permanently burned into the microprocessor chip, which variable data and intermediate computation values are stored by the computer in a separate memory bank. The aircraft's total usable fuel is programmed into this separate memory circuit by the computer in response to the installer's original instructions. The panel-mounted instrument and the flow transducers are digital devices. Therefore, there is no need for adjustment or calibration. The installer programmed fill-up number or usable fuel is maintained in the computer memory even during aircraft shutdown. Electrical power for this function is provided by 3 small batteries mounted in the rear of the instrument case. Oh, okay. Is this innocent or Xbox? Is this on innocent or Xbox? This is the PC version of Microsoft Flight Simulator villain, if that's what you're asking. PC or Xbox? Yeah. This is PC, guys. I'm flying on a PC. If you have any other more specific questions, villain, just let me know. We're just learning. This is, if you know the aircraft I'm flying right now, we're just learning specifically about the fuel flow computer, how it calculates fuel flow. So, a low battery warning indicator is located on the front panel and will appear blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, I got there eventually, no worries, man. The flow transducers are mounted directly in the fuel line, usually in the engine compartment. The transducers measure flow of hydrocarbon fuel such as gasoline or kerosene. The transducers are rated for a continuous operation of 60 gallons per hour. Okay. Operating procedures. The system's operating procedures may be divided into 2 segments or conditions, pre-flight and in-flight. The pre-flight or program condition, okay, is automatically called up by the computer when the aircraft's master switch is initially turned on. It is during the pre-flight condition that the pilot updates or programs the computer to the current fuel system status. Now, this is what I didn't do. So I'm betting, because I didn't do this initial first step, the numbers it's giving me right now are not correct. That's what I feel. But we'll find out. When satisfied with current system status, the pilot verifies the accuracy of the data being entered into the computer and depresses the enter button. This action updates or programs the computer and automatically switches the system to the in-flight condition. The words pre-flight and in-flight condition do not appear in legend form on the face of the instrument. However, the legends of the pre-flight condition appear on the right of the instrument and are a red color as a subtle reminder of the pre-flight or program condition. I think that's there and there. The in-flight condition legends are located on the left side of the instrument and are amber in color. Yeah, they're all there. There's 6 of them. One quick question. I really want to get this sim, but PCs are obviously a lot more than Xbox. Is there a massive difference? Do you know? Okay, the problem is, Villain, I've genuinely pretty much never used an Xbox in my life. So, I can't speak for Xboxes. I can't speak for a comparison between PC and Xbox. And this is where you probably know more about them than I do. But I use a keyboard, a mouse, a joystick. I use throttles, and I use rudder pedals. And I use track IR for my camera system. So that's probably a bit more hardware than Xboxes generally have right off the bat. I do have like a rip-off of an Xbox controller. It's not a real one. It's just a cheap, like, I don't know, Chinese knockoff that you buy offline from Amazon that's like 12 quid, and it does the same thing. This is what I use for my external camera maneuvers, but nothing else. So essentially, the Xbox version of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, there was a little sound there. Someone followed, I think. Might that come through somewhere? I'll find out. When I see it pop up on my screen, I will thank the person who followed. So, where was I? The Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox should be the same platform. There should be pretty much no difference between MSFS on Xbox versus PC. The big issue is, I see it coming through on my second screen now. Thank you, Villain, for the follow. The big difference, Villain, will be your external controls. Like I said, I've got a keyboard, a mouse, a joystick, a rudder pedals, flight throttle quadrant. So basically, all these three levers I have individually mapped and on my desk. I can manipulate each individual one of these very accurately. You know, if I want to, I can move those. I don't want to right now because they're set up the way I want them in cruise. But essentially, that I think is your one big problem, Villain. Is can you get hardware controllers that allow you to fly in a realistic manner? If you're just flying with an Xbox, if you're flying a study level simulation, like a hardcore simulation of an aircraft, like the DC-6, with all the buttons and dials and knobs and switches and stuff, how are you going to be able to realistically, control all of those with one of these little Xbox controls? I don't know. So that is my question about flying with an Xbox versus a PC. Apart from that, they should be the same platform. That's my 2 cents. Up to you, Villain. And again, nothing saying you can't do that. It's just it's going to probably dictate what kind of flying you do on Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you just want to kind of do low and slow and kind of basic stuff, and you don't want to delve too much into flying with air traffic controllers speaking to you and all of the complexity of modern realistic aviation. If you just want to fly around like it's a video game, you can do that. No problem with an Xbox controller and have a lot of fun. But I don't know that you can do all of the really more detailed stuff that we are able to do with PCs, because we have all the peripherals that help us fly an aircraft the way it should be flown in real life. So yeah, PC it is. Sorry about that, but yeah, I mean, if you want to get into hardcore flight simulation and really start grappling with stuff, yeah, PC is the way you should be. If that helps. Any other questions, let me know. Anyway, what was I saying? What was I doing? Ah, yes! Yes. Fuel. Here we go. No worries, man. No worries. Functional controls. Let's just move the camera. By the time we get through this, we'll be in Stansted. Functional controls. The CFS system are controlled through all modes of operation by the use of 3 push buttons. Yeah, so you see the 3 there, the 3 red push buttons. The principal operating button is in the center of the instrument display and is labeled funct for function. Okay. The mode operation of function is stepped automatically through a sequence by pressing the function button in either the pre-flight or the in-flight condition. Okay, so this is where we're getting down to it now. The push button location in the lower left portion of the display instrument is not labeled by silk screen as the function and test push buttons. Okay. However, this push button is accompanied by a lighted legend system that automatically indicates the correct mode of operation and is controlled by the function push button. Ah, okay, it's right there to the left. So yeah, so basically when I cycle through, you see if I press this button again and again and again, it just cycles through all the different. I currently have it in time remaining, and I believe that tells me the flight time remaining with my current fuel load, which is really helpful because it shows you how much of a reserve flight time you have when you get to an airport. So that if you have to do a go around, you just glance at that and you go, right, I've got 45 minutes of flight time left. But that number will instantaneously change based on your throttle settings. Obviously, because if you push your throttles higher, you start burning more fuel, and that number will come down. If you throttle back, you burn less fuel, that number will go up. So there's that to think about as well. Let's go back to... Okay. However, this push button is accompanied by a lighted legend system that automatically indicates the correct mode of operation and is controlled by the function push button. The 3 modes of operation are enter, set, and reset. Oh, okay. Enter. Push to enter data into computer. Set. Set fuel amounts less than total usable. Reset. Reset button is used to 0 or reset gallons used, pounds used, or timer, allowing measurement of fuel and time for specific trips, holding pattern legs, or approaches. Okay, this is a bit complicated. This is a bit more complicated than I thought. How much fuel do I have? Okay. Well, actually, we can know that exactly by going to our fuel page and going to... it's saying kilograms, but... Okay, if we go fuel, 424 kilograms. Let's go kg to pounds. 424 is 934 pounds of fuel. Okay, so if we go... Oh, that's gallons per hour flow rate. I knew that. Set, enter, reset. I keep pressing that, but nothing happens. I think I just need to read on and see if I can figure this out bit by bit. So let's continue. Let's just double check where I am on okay, right. Yes, England's ATC portions are loading bit by bit. Just double check we are still in Unicom. Boom. Yeah, that's okay. Goodness me, this thing flies fast. We are already halfway there. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. So, let's bring that up again. Right, the test push button is located on the lower right of the instrument display. When the test button is depressed, all legends and digits will illuminate for approximately 3 seconds. Checking all legend lamps, the digital displays, and approximately 80%. Oops, sorry, that was me. Approximately 80% of the microcomputer. When the test button is depressed, all of the digits will illuminate as 8s, except the upper right digit, which will illuminate as 0. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. The microprocessor is programmed to automatically turn off the test circuit after 3 seconds to assure no unnecessary heat buildup. Ah, cool. The intensity of the digital displays and the lighted legends are automatically controlled to ease pilot workload and ensure reliability in low and high intensity light conditions. The push-button controls have also been designed to ease pilot workload in all conditions of cockpit light and air turbulence. The low fuel warning legend, located in the center of the instrument display, is designed to come on when, at current power setting, the time remaining to fly is less than 1 hour. Okay. Okay, so that low fuel flashing, that should come on when we've got less than an hour of fuel. Nice. When the time drops below 30 minutes, the legend blinks to further notify the pilot and low fuel status. Okay, so it comes on solid under an hour, and under 30 minutes it starts blinking, which is good. Catches your attention. Right, pre-flight operation. This is where I went wrong. Not sure if you know a lot about PCs, but wondering is this would be easy capable of running flight sim. Let me have a look at that link you've sent me there. Okay, 1,800 quid. PC Specialty Tornado A7X gaming PC, AMD Ryzen 7, AX 6800 RX. Okay, I don't know Ryzen and AMDs. I don't know AMDs, but that looks cool. I mean, it sounds beefy. Let me have a look. 16 gig RAM. Yeah, I've got 16 gig RAM. 2 terabyte storage. HDD. 512 gigabyte SSD. Okay, I would recommend you go with at least a 1 terabyte SSD. Forget about the HDD. HDD, that's slow. It's good for just all the backup stuff on computers these days you might want, but for Microsoft Flight Simulator and all of the add-ons that you will ultimately be downloading, you want an SSD, and you don't want to run out of SSD space. So I would advise going up to at least a 1 terabyte SSD. Graphics AMD Radeon RX 6800. XT 16 gigabyte. So if the graphics card has 16 gigabytes of VRAM, that's very good. I think I only have 8 gig of VRAM, and I'm running it fine. So 368 FPS when playing Fortnite at 1080p. Again, who needs 368 FPS when playing Fortnite? Goodness sake. I mean, surely all you need is about 60 to 80 FPS, but then I'm not an FPS gamer, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Villain. It seems beefy. I would ask someone who knows AMD and Ryzen graphics cards. I come from the Intel i7, Core i7, and the NVIDIA side of things, which is kind of the other two mainstream. For processors, you either go Intel i7, Core i7, or you go some AMD processor. And then for graphics cards, you either do an NVIDIA graphics card, which I think are better in general than AMD, or sorry, not AMD, or Ryzen graphics cards. So yeah, I think Ryzen and AMD are generally slightly cheaper, and then NVIDIA and Intel are generally slightly more expensive, but usually perform better. That's my basic. I had an AMD and a Ryzen years ago, but I've been on Intel and Nvidia for years now, and I'm happy with it. So, okay, let's continue. Important note: it is absolutely essential that the pilot program the computer to equal the amount of usable fuel in the aircraft's tanks before each flight. Boom! I didn't do that. The computer measures fuel flow and precisely counts down the remaining usable fuel from the programmed value provided during the pre-flight condition. As in all computers, the accuracy of the resultant information is a direct result of the accuracy of the information that was originally provided to the computer. Therefore, complete supervision of the fueling procedure is a must. Right, so I didn't do that, so this is all information for my next time. I'm writing all this down. Cool. Yeah, like I say, find someone in an online community that knows AMD and Ryzen a bit better, and you should be golden. But I mean, I'm looking at an 1,800 quid PC. You should have absolutely no problem spending 1,800 quid on a PC. Was that pounds or dollars? I don't know, but still in dollars as well. That's more than enough punch for, it should be, for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, actually, go to the Microsoft Flight Simulator recommended specs and look and see what they say, because that'll help you as well. And if you meet the specs, you should be fine. Should be fine. Okay. Pre-flight modes. Fill up. Pre-flight modes. Fill up. Gal rem. No fuel added. Add gal. Tanks not topped. Verify correct information. Huh. Okay. Situation 1. Turn on the aircraft's master switch. The legend gal rem will appear on the right section of the instrument. Okay, gal rem. Okay, I see that. Not illuminated right now, but I can see that. No worries, man. As will the legend enter on the lower portion. Simultaneously, the top section of the instrument will display the actual usable gallons of fuel remaining from the previous flight. Ah, yes. See, this aircraft does have state saving. When you start it up, it has the same state that you left it in on your previous flight. At least I believe it does. Simultaneously, there's the top... Okay, I read that already. Press the funked button. Right. The CFS systems display the aircraft's total usable fuel. As programmed by the installing agency. And the legend fill up will appear in red on... Oh, goodness me. This is already too much information for me to... I'm gonna have to take in all this information visually. This is a lot to take in. This will take me a number of attempts before I get this right. Let me just double check VATSIM while we're at it. Oh, we do actually have Copenhagen control, which we are now almost out of. So if he contacts me, that's fine, but he probably sees me and realizes that I'm not long for his world, so... Yeah. Actually, no. I'm not in his airspace. There's a cut. There's a cut from upgas. I am in Scottish control, actually. Apparently, based on this. Interesting. Yeah, this isn't right. If I go to Volanta should show me. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. No, Volanta mimics VATSPY. Interesting. Well, if he contacts me on vPilot, I will, of course, pop into his channel, but not particularly needed right now. Okay, so while we've been ooh, look at that. While we've been looking into the cockpit, let's see what stars we have right now. Ooh, the stars are kind of coming out. That's a screenshot. Done. Nice. Okay. Ooh, yes. Inbound 139 nautical miles to Buckut. And once we hit Buckut, things are going to start warming up a bit. Let's have a look. Oh, London Control's gone offline. Dang it. Okay, we're going to pretty much be Unicom all the way into Stansted. I always knew it's that's the sort of thing that always happens to me, isn't it? Ah, well. Oh, well. Hopefully something will come back online again before we get in. So, anyway. Let's keep persevering with this. Let's keep persevering with this. Okay, situation 2. No fuel added. Turn on the aircraft's master switch. The legend Galrem will appear on the right-hand side of the... Yeah. Oh, did you find for the airways? Yes, I did, Jonathan. I did. The button is there, like you said. And for some weird reason, I was going back and forwards and I did not see it. It doesn't make sense. Load airway, right there. I'm going to have to watch the stream back because... I was going in and out of these menus, going back and forwards. I was going, why isn't it? Why can't I see what I'm looking for? But I wonder if that was there right in front of my face all the time and I didn't see load airway. But that's essentially what I was looking for. See, if I click on any of these, I see load airways grayed out. Because that's a SID, or that's a star, obviously, so... Anyway, let's go to the end of our flight plan and just have a look at the star while we are here. It brings us down to... Oh, and it shows us our alternate, which is... No, that's not our alternate, sorry. Our alternate is here, EGSC, which is Cambridge. We could go EGSX, but, you know. If I zoom in far enough... and drag down. Yeah, it's just got a direct into the localizer kind of situation. But when we get closer, we will set up our approach. So. Okay. Right. Okay, there's a lot of this. A lot of this I'm not making any sense to me. I feel like I'm gonna need a video tutorial to cement this into my mind, rather than just reading. I don't do well reading walls of text and going, ah, yes, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me until I see it happen. And once I can see it visually, I'm like, ah, right, okay, physically I can see what's going on. But while I'm reading walls and walls of text, pages and pages of text, it kind of... I get lost quite easily. So... and I learn by doing, so I don't think that's going to help me as much as I would have liked it to. I would have preferred pictures, obviously. But yeah, no, it's a good manual. It's a good manual. Shows you all the things. This is the Navomatic 800B autopilot, which I guess is kind of like it's almost like a gyro pilot. It's like you have a turn coordinator, autopilot on, yaw damp, and then pitch. and roll, and that's about it. So that's fun. Let's just see, what else do we have here? Ah, this is the what? The Davtron clock. The classic Davtron. Ooh, here we go. Fuel computer. The fuel computer is a deeply simulated component which constantly keeps track of your aircraft's fuel consumption, informs you about the remaining range, and alerts you about abnormalities. The computer operates in two modes: pre-flight, lamps highlighted in red, and in-flight, lamps highlighted in amber. Okay. It's the pilot's responsibility to accurately input the correct tanked quantity of fuel into the fuel computer, monitor and correct the system manually if necessary. For a more in-depth explanation, please refer to the additional etc., which is what we just read. So, fuel remaining in time, that makes sense to me. The in-flight modes are these ones here. The pre-flight modes are the red ones there. Function selector button selects pre-flight and in-flight function modes. Okay. That makes sense to me. Okay, that makes sense to me, yeah. Test button, the operation mode selector changes operation mode, enter, set fuel amount, and reset. How do you select numbers on that though? I guess we're not on the ground, so it's not really gonna do much, but I guess you push and hold, and then it cycles up through a list of numbers, and then you release on the number. I'm exactly the same. Prefer to have a video that shows me what to do. Yeah. I wonder, CFS 2000A, if I go to YouTube and I type in CFS 2000A fuel tutorial. No, I don't want a tutorial on the Mirage 2000C or rocket fuel analysis. Cessna 414 beta checklist fuel computer and ILS approach. Unfortunately, that's in German, so I don't think that's going to help me. But if it was in English, it would have been.
Okay, liebe Leute, wir fliegen heute nochmal eine Runde mit der Cessna 414 von Flysimware, dem neuen Paywear-Flugzeug. Das ist wirklich, wirklich gut in meinen Augen. Und ja, ich habe eine Checkliste erstellt. Wir benutzen die heute auch. Ich werde nochmal ganz kurz ein bisschen...
Cool. I mean...
Ja, die müssen drin sein.
Ooh, what checklist was he using there? I saw a checklist. What checklist was he using there? Let's go back to YouTube. Did he have a checklist that I don't have? What checklist is he using? Huh. It's the JD checklist.
Und wir setzen jetzt der maximalen Menge die rein den
you see that I can see him manipulating the fuel computer before he takes off right there, and it's all in German. So if I can go to the
und dann passt das, ne? Dann haben wir unsere das waren R8, ne?
No, the subtitles are in German as well. He doesn't have English subtitles, or that I would have been able to figure that out. Well, that's inconvenient, isn't it? What checklist is he using? Manuals, Pilot manual version 1.4. Make sure to check for updates. Yeah, he's probably done. Yeah, I should delete the manual that I have, because delete all those hotfix updates there as well, because the manual's been updated. So I'm gonna Google JD checklists for Flysimware 414. Ah! Flightsim.to to the rescue. Okay. Here we go, by JD. Current version 1.24.1. Ah. Released March 27th. This guide... I'm going to download that. I am not a robot. Thank you. Right, let's just have a look at this manual that has been updated. Okay, cool. Right, let's just open up that extract files. I have a lot in my downloads folder these days. Ah, okay, these are just a PDF checklist. Sweet. Ah, excellent. Much nicer looking than don't know how to get. He's gotten them in the sim though, as an up. Yeah, he's gotten the checklist in the sim as one of these things, and I don't know how he's done that, but I will figure it out. I will figure it out. Okay, so the checklist that I found, these are the ones he had in his video. So, English and Deutsch. Huh. This checklist is for flight simulation users only. I tried to optimize workflow for single engine. Oh, he tried to optimize workflow for single engine operation. Oh, okay, so this is his legend. NP main panel, glare shield, overhead, center pedestal, left panel, right panel. Most important items for a quick start are in bold. Relevant mostly for navigation. FMS IFR ATC is in green. Gameplay is in blue. Okay. Cool. Specs. Maximum takeoff weight, 6,800 pounds. Landing weight, 6,800 pounds. Service ceiling, 30,000 feet. VFE for 15 degrees flaps and 45 degree flaps. VLO range 2,000 nautical miles. That's far. I heard 1,000 nautical miles. Interesting. Fuel planning, distance in nautical miles, very roughly estimated. I don't know. Okay. Pre-flight inspection. Fuel load manager. Set and check CG, aircraft EFB, set all covers removed. Yeah. MSFS options, auto mixture enabled. Yeah, well, that is now. Okay, pre-flight inspection. Control locks removed. Parking brake set. Static source selector on the main panel, normal. All switches off. All circuit breakers in. Okay, so he runs through all of the things. Cool. EFB external power as required. Yes, because the EFB runs out of power. The little battery operated flat touchscreen. Before starting engines. Okay. Starting engines. ATC clearance as required. Anti-collision lights. Left panel as required. Cowl flaps opened without external power. Left engine first. Prop clear. Alternator check on. Mags on. Primer as required. Starter button. Press and hold. Aux fuel pump low. Throttle 800 to 1000. Oil pressure check. If no oil pressure is indicated within 30 seconds. Stop the engine. Repeat for right engine. Okay, sweet. With external power. What does he do different with external power? Let's just have a look here. Doesn't look specifically different. No. Not really. I mean, he does some alternators differently, but okay. Before taxi, avionic bus switch on. Avionics radio set transponder. ATC clearance as required. Taxi lights on. Then taxi release parking brake. Test steering. Check flight and instrument and engine instruments. Okay. Engine run up. Okay. Usually at the hold. Parking brake set, mixture rich, full forward, props full forward, cowl flaps opened or as desired, throttle 1700 RPM, and then you check the left and right hydraulic flow lights off. Interesting. Oh, okay, hydraulics, yeah. Gens, vacuum system, check the vacuum system, mags, check them, check the drops of the mags, feather, yep. Propellers full forward, check green, 1000 RPM. Okay. Before takeoff. Well, that's fairly long for before takeoff. Wing flaps. Okay. Okay. Cool. Takeoff. What was green? What was blue again? Blue was gameplay. Okay. I don't know why that's in blue. And everything else is in grey. Okay. Line up and brake. Check mixture. Climb. Max power climb. Full throttle. Max manifold pressure. See placard. And 2600 RPM. At 108 true knots indicated. Normal climbs 35 inches. At 26. 115 to 140. Okay, that sounds normal to me. Transition altitude set standard. Yep. Cruise, cowl flaps as required. Propeller synchro phaser on. Anti-ice as required. Aux fuel pumps as required, off or low. Okay, that's up to your own discretion then. Cabin altitude control set. Oxygen on above 10,000 feet cabin altitude. Do we have to, like... turn on the cabin oxygen? Da-dum. Da-dum. Alternate air left, alternate air right. Pressurization air control right. I'm scared to touch anything now, but the oxygen cylinder is in the green, but I mean, he said oxygen on above 10,000 feet. Where do I turn the oxygen on? Maybe. Cabin fan, cabin heat, stall and vent heat, pitot heat, avionics bus, surface de-ice, de-ice light, prop anti-ice, anti-ice, windshield alcohol, landing, taxi, nav lights, anti-collision lights, master, bat, alternators, engine start, prime, aux pumps, mags, pressurize and depressurize, door light switch, emergency oxygen lever. Like, the pressure looks like it should be where it is. The suction looks okay. It's in the green. What is that? LHDG, unslaved. I do not know what that means. Decision height to 200 feet, which is fine. Air conditioning, cooler, cool, high. Yeah. I'm a bit stumped by that. I thought the oxygen should flow. There doesn't seem to be any, like, oxygen on button. It's a little bit disconcerting, you know? Don't you know? By Jove. Yes. Right, well. Top of descent. Estimate top of descent formula. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. It's nice that he's given us a little formula. So it's just a rule of thumb to obtain a 3 degrees descent path. Sweet. Okay. Descent. Da 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 da. Okay, we will start using this checklist as of the descent checklist. So what do we have? Let's prep for descent, actually, because we are, you know, in the grand scheme of things, we're getting a bit close now, so. Aux fuel pumps go to low. Cabin altitude control is set. Cabin rate control set. Around 500 feet per minute, okay. Cowl flaps should be closed. Oxygen off below 10,000 feet. You see then now that scares me that I have not turned on the oxygen. Landing lights as required. Speed and sink rate as desired. For a 3 degree sink path, use sink rate of 5 times ground speed. Okay. Right, so let's just put that over there. And take stock of the situation. Because if there's a button somewhere that says... It's kind of dark back there. Don't we think? Don't you dudes want some light back there or something? How do I... Okay, I would have thought all of the oxygen knobs and switches and stuff are in this area, but I am, I must confess myself slightly undone by that turn of events. And, I mean, I went through every switch over here, unless there's some... I don't want to dump the pressure. Pressurization climb rate, pressurization cabin altitude. Maybe it's talking about the cabin pressurization mode, which is on pressurize, as opposed to depressurize. Okay, so as we begin going down, I'm guessing we would go from the pressurized mode to the depressurized mode, so that it knows that it's actually actively trying to depressurize as opposed to pressurize. So when we set the altitude down to 3,000 feet, or 0, as we begin our descent, it would slowly start depressurizing the cabin. That's my guess. Okay, we'll roll with that. We'll pretend that's our truth, and we'll just go with it. It's create your own truth evening here on the Mantup Productions live stream. Okay. Again, let's just check where we are in the world. Ah, we've got some more ATC. That's London North. Excellent. And we're about to come into his airspace. So that was fun. That's fun. Let me just double check Volanta. See where we are on Volanta here. We won't be in his airspace very long though. That's the thing coming into Stansted. His zone doesn't actually affect us, sadly. But we will be crossing his airspace fairly soon. So fairly soon, I'm gonna contact him anyway, and just sit there passively on his frequency. And if he does contact me, I mean, he's got a lot to do. He's got a lot to cover. So if he wants me, he knows where to find me. And I will probably start descend. Well, I'll start descending when my Garmin GTN 750 tells me to descend. Excuse me. Okay, things are going to get interesting with a little bit of ATC, I would hope. Can we go set switch? Ooh. Cool. Oh, I don't want to go 1 hour up. Sorry. I wanted to go 1 hour down. And then there's like a stopwatch. Ooh. Oh, yeah, there he goes. I thought he would. London North Control, 133.7. Copy. 133.70. Set.
23 Golf London Control, hello, it's Mersey 3 Bravo arrival. Mersey 3 Bravo arrival, we're on 223 Golf.
London, hello, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo with you, flight level 240.
Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo, London Control, hello, it's a Barmy 2 Alpha arrival.
Barmy 2 Alpha arrival, Golf Foxtrot Romeo, thank you.
London Control, very good evening.
Sweet.
1 passing flight level.
Nice, so we get a little bit of ATC chatter for a while. It always
4230.
keeps me awake.
30 and 27 knots.
Okay.
Lufthansa 981, climb flight level 370.
So let me just move my track IR over in this direction and hit freeze on the track IR, and then we can start setting up for our approach. So we've got 22 minutes in cruise. So if we come back out to checklists. Oh, hello.
London Control, good evening. Unicorn 64 inbound and Nukin. Flight level 440.
Unicorn 64 London Control, roger.
Before starting engines.
056 Charlie, leave my space, launch Unicorn 122.8 bye.
Ah, I must try this. I must try that. Okay. Procedure. Approach. Approach is going to be, let's
Good evening, Britannia 6 November. Just getting the 5 size.
we've got ground on at Stansted. Excellent.
Britannia 6 November, London Control, hello,
Meta.
climb level 190.
Let's have a look at the METAR. It is a 101 at 6 knots.
London Control, very good evening. Is it 1854 with you? Fly level
6, that's
340,
going to be southerly approach.
fly level 370.
Southerly approach means it's going to be an
Is it
ILS
1854
22.
London Control, hello, it's a digit 1 Golf arrival.
Negative, it's going to be
Digit 1
ILS
Golf arrival,
04.
1854.
Trans
24 Lima, descend to altitude, correction, 10 flight level 110, expect vectors for the ILS approach, runway 25.
10 flight level 110 and
he gave me a balmy, balmy 2 alpha. He gave me balmy 2 alpha. Then approach 0 ILS.
223 Golf, there's no ATC speed restriction. Right now, 223 Golf, there's no ATC speed restriction.
No speed restrictions for Ryanair 223 Golf.
Lufthansa 981, there's no ATC speed restriction.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ryanair 565, hello with you, climb to level 230.
See, this has fuel planning all by itself. So use sensor data. You see, this has its own fuel planning computer, which I'm more familiar with than the one that the 414 has above. I'm more familiar with the GTN 750 fuel planning. Because look, you can see all of these metrics being done right now.
Apologies, course only.
Range, endurance, see. Use sensor data from point to point. Present position to Stansted. Gives you your ground speed, your fuel flow, fuel on board, 130.6 gallons. Is that correct? That sounds... Liters. I don't want
liters. That's fine, probably descend flight level 8.
Fuel. In gallons. Kilograms. Let's convert kilograms to gallons, guys. kg to gallons. Oh, this is weird. Kilograms to gallons. Of water, but, you know,
right now, 23 Golf, when ready,
close enough.
Level 150.
Fuel is a 354. 354.
Unicorn
Calculate.
64, you live my space munch, Unicorn 122, that's Mike, bye.
This isn't helping me.
Unicorn 64, bye bye.
Huh. Okay. That's not helping me. Well, actually, let's just have a look here. We know how this works. Gallons. Look at that. So, hundreds. 390 gallons on each side.
Departure at 5,000 feet.
Is your 157 under control? Hello, climb flight level 190.
190, flight level 190 east.
Oh, pounds. Oh, it has pounds and gallons. Okay. Okay, 60. So 60, 70, 67, 67, 121, 30. It's about correct. It's about correct. Yeah. That's correct. That's about correct. Yeah. Fuel flow, ground speed, and so it basically gives us an endurance of 3 hours and 49 minutes left. So we'll have 111 gallons left at Stansted. That's a lot more than what that fuel calculating computer is giving us. But then, because I didn't set it correctly, it's probably set thinking that the tanks are as empty as they were when I left the aircraft. Which is crazy, because that's meaning that I could do a full trip from England to Norway and back without refueling.
5,000 feet, the
I'm confused.
Newcastle 1021.
I'm confused. If I've got 3 hours, if I've got almost 4 hours of endurance left, I could pretty much make, on a full tank, I could make it from Torp to Stansted and back almost without refueling. That's crazy.
Roger, in that case you can turn left heading 320 degrees.
I must look up the range of this
range of
this aircraft, because
Magpie 45 Charlie's no further ATC, Unicom 122 estimate, bye.
Target waypoint. Oh, okay.
122 for Magpie 45 Charlie, many thanks for the service. Have a good one, bye bye.
Britannia 6 to November, Unicom 122 estimate, bye.
42 to go for Britannia 6 to November, cheers, have a smashing weekend.
And you, bye. Neptune 608, Mike contact Dublin 121.1, bye.
Sorry, was that for me? Fraction 608, Mike?
Apologies, yeah, I'm at fraction, Dublin 121.1.
Well, I feel I've learnt a lot. I feel like I've learnt a lot.
That was too much of a mouthful. Juliet Lima 43, no further ATC, Unicom 122 estimate, bye. Shuttle 2 Lima, descend flight of 80. Shuttle 2 Lima, descend flight of 80.
Just keep an eye on VATSIM.
Sure, have you back with you.
What thanks. Chinese 2 for Lima, descend to altitude 3,500 feet.
See, we've got a ground controller. Don't know how long he's gonna remain there, but let's hope he.
Ryanair 223 Golf, descend flight level 120.
Descend flight level 120, right now.
There we are. 222 knots. It's a nice little aircraft.
Sorry, this is Shuttle 2 Lima, descending to flight
Definitely.
level 080.
Ooh, oh hello. Like me some armrests. Ooh. Ooh. Cool. Huh. Cool. Let me just go back to... yeah, guys, so here we are. I love the dual GTN setup. You can use one for your nice big map, and then the standby you can use for all of your other planning and your like I can go to the menu and I can make sure the traffic is there. I can change the fields, intersections, terrain, topology. It's all there. I get my wind, which is very low at the moment. I have 2.7 nautical miles to buck up.
Ryanair 223 Golf, descend flight level 80 to be level by Mersey.
The flight level 80 is level by Mersey, Ryanair 223 Golf.
Descend in 19 minutes. Which is fine. That's fine.
10X2 for Lima, turn right heading 030 degrees, cleared as approach runway 07.
Right, 030 degrees, island 07.
And 10X2 for Lima, just for your information, there's an aircraft supposedly in the circuit, but I have no contact with them.
Alright, we'll watch out for any traffic.
Kids.
PC 157, leave my space shortly, Unicom 122.8, bye.
122.8, bye bye.
Ground control, good evening, Lufthansa 644, passing flight level 200.
Lufthansa 644, London Control, hello, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Lufthansa 644.
There you go, 9:01. That's the time, and then it counts up the the minutes there as well. At least is local UK time. So, okay, so 13.2 nautical miles to Barmy, and that's the beginning of our star. Right, let's have a look at. Just let me pause my track IR here again. 17 minutes to top of descent, but let's go and have a look at the chart for arrivals. Select Barmy 2 Alpha is what we wanted, I think. Bamix. No. Oh no, that's Ento, sorry. No, we don't want that. We want Ento, we want Tor.
Next to Lima, runway 07, the surface wind bearing at 1 knot, clear flight.
Arrivals. Select. There we go, Barmy 2 Alpha. There we go. Ah, perfect.
So next to Lima, runway 07, the surface wind bearing at 1 knot, clear flight.
So, altitude constraints. He's going to give us 2.6 at Barmy, which is fine. We're at 2.4, but he's going to give us 2.2 for Megel.
2 for Lima.
He's going to give us 2.2 for Megel, and then so we're going to have to descend a little bit early on that one. And then 120 at Lapra.
118.575, bye.
Manchester radar 118.575, bye.
With 117 you back.
So those are our altitude constraints, which is going to be interesting. And then flight load.
Golf Lima India Romeo Foxtrot. You leave my space shortly. Munch Unicorn 122.8. Bye.
Over to Unicorn 122.8. Thanks. Good evening, Golf Foxtrot Romeo. Okay. There's. Oh, sorry. Nope. That's COM 2.
835 flight level.
That's COM 1. There we go. Back on COM 1. So at least it gives us the ability to make these altitude corrections ourselves. Now that we've got this, it's really great that we've got the star chart up there and we can see ourselves on the moving map. Really is cool. Okay. Unpause track IR. And from Barmy, let's begin our descent from Barmy down to flight level 220, so that we are on track. Let me just see who's in the area. I think I'm pretty. It's pretty quiet out here. Yeah. Actually, no. Let's not give a call on Unicom. There's no need at the moment. Okay, so let's go flight level 220 set. Let's arm that. Oh, we can't arm it until we begin to start descending. Let's go VS, and let's click up. Let's go negative 500 feet per minute, and let's arm that. Now that we're descending, we'll arm it. And actually, we don't need to touch our power setting. We've still got 67, 10, 20, 30. We've got 40 knots worth of speed that we can continue. We can increase speed by 40 knots and still be in the green. So let's do that. Why not? Yeah. That's a pretty quick descent. But by Megel we need to be 220, so might as well descend at 500 feet per minute. That's no problem. So it's only 2,000 feet. So absolutely nothing to be seen, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. A blacked out IFR into Stansted. 246. That's 2445, 246 set. Again, looks like 240. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 set. So you can kind of visually see, you can, if you zoom in close enough to those gauges, you can visually see without a tooltip telling you that you're exactly on 246. But still, it would be easy to have that tooltip. Nice. Inbound, 220. Inbound Miguel, 13.3 nautical miles. It's so much easier doing this than when you have a completely steam gauge only cockpit, when you've got these visuals. Having no ATC actually is going to be... I'm going to be on the lookout to see if Stansted comes online with an approach or something. But if not, it's okay because we have everything set up. Now, we have an EasyJet coming towards us at 30,000 feet. And we're descending below him. But we should see him. We should begin to see him in front of us. Oh, there's someone. He's way to our south. Who is he? Oh, that's Speedbird. That's a Speedbird, yeah. At 30,000 feet. Which would be, yeah, 3,000 feet above us. Almost. A little bit. Not quite. Yeah, so you do have traffic on this, which is really cool. And I will show up on their traffic displays as well. Okay, altitude. Altitude is being captured. See, it's flashing there. So flight level 22 is coming in. And we will... So we're flying as per the SID, so we're doing what people should expect us to be doing, which is good. Okay, now we're in the descent actually. Now we're in the descent. We're up to ground speed of 243 in the descent without touching our power settings, which is cool. But now that we're going to flatten out, we're going to go back to our 220 ground speed. Let's go back to our descent checklist. Now we're kind of beginning the descent a bit earlier. Aux fuel pumps on low. Well, yes. 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 From this next point of 220, we need to continue our descent to 120. So let's go aux fuel pumps on low. Like so. Cabin altitude control set. Okay, so now we're up at 240. We need to... Okay, yeah, we now need to set that to... Let's set that to 120. Because that's where we're going to begin descending to momentarily. Set. You can see the cabin is now descending in its rate. Okay, so passing Miguel now. We are now going from Miguel to Lapra at flight level 120. So let's set 120. 120 set. And let's continue that vertical descent. Let's continue at 500 feet per minute on the downwards. And let's hit arm on that as well. And then as we zoom out, we should see our oh yes, actually in this case the banana is too far. So we do need to increase that rate of descent to hit 120 by Lapra, which we've almost done it there. Let's just go 900 feet per minute. And as we're doing that, it was steeper now. So let's bring back the throttle. Let's go back to 25, 6, 7, 8, 2800 RPM. Still seeing a little bit too far, so let's try and nail this. Zoom into Lapra. Yeah, that's about right. If it stays there, though. Yes, it stayed there. Right. Okay. Okay, yes, perfect. Bang on Lapra at 120. Brilliant. So, descending down through 200, yep, set. And now, I can't see the clouds right now. So I don't know when we're going to start picking up icing until I start seeing visual indications. We've got our wing lights on, which is good. We'll start seeing leading edge build up. What exactly do we have on and what do we not? We have the de-ice light is on, the prop anti-ice is on, that's important, the pitot heat is on, and the stall and vent heat is on. So we get our stall warning horn isn't going to ice up, our pitot heat isn't going to ice up, the de-ice light is on, and the prop anti-ice is on. The only thing we don't have is electrical anti-ice. Oh. On low. Let's turn it on low. And the surface de-ice. I'm guessing that's the leading edge. And then you've got windshield alcohol, which isn't a clickable touchscreen. But I do wonder if we get some windshield icing. If we get windshield icing, I'm guessing that's surface de-ice we might turn on. We're going to find out, I think. Because we will see some clouds. We can see some clouds. We can see the glow of clouds over more built-up areas. So, yeah. Fun times. It's all a bit of a journey, you know? Lap per hour and 21.6 nautical miles. Yeah, we are fast down the glide. Oh, down the approach with 246 knots indicated, which is almost like that's a slow jet. I mean, 246 knots. That's almost 250. If you think about it, that's 5 knots off the speed restriction under 10,000. So that's, you know, once we get under 10,000 feet, that's pretty much. There's no speed difference between us and a 747, which is cool. We just don't have speed brakes, so we might have a little bit of a different methodology going on there. But you know, hey ho. So. We did our aux fuel pumps, cabin altitude control we did, cabin rate control set to around 500 feet per minute. Well, it is set to 500 feet per minute, yeah. Cowl flaps are closed. Yes, they are closed. Oxygen, off below 10,000 feet. Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, it is depressurizing automatically by itself. So why would I need to press that button? I'm gonna leave it like that. Doesn't seem to have changed anything, so we'll just leave it like that. Landing lights on below 10,000 feet. We've not hit 10,000. We're only descending to, well, flight level 120, and then we'll probably we continue the descent because we have to hit 8,000 feet, flight level 80 after Lapra. So we'll just continue the descent. Oh, I am loving this. I'm loving flying a twin GA, you know, on a leg that a jet would fly and coming down at night like the jets do. That's kind of cool. I mean, like I think it wasn't you, Jonathan. Who was it further? Let me scroll up in my Daniel Brambila said earlier on, I should fly more VFR, and I really should. I should fly more of everything. That's really the way it should be said. I don't fly enough. But hey, I have been a busy man these last few months. Goodness me. I got married recently, and my new wife and I are seeking to move house in the next couple of months. So, she's having dinner with some friends this evening, and I've got the evening off, so I'm I'm doing a live stream. So. Oh! Oh, there's a little glove box. Oh, that's cool. What have we got? Flight safety, international. Got some pens and notes and cool. Oh, nice. Ah, we've got hours. We've got a DATROM hour counter. Now I wonder, is that counting? I think that's counting the total hours I've put on the airframe. I'm gonna look at that. Okay, let's go back to the. I want to see the. Let's go back to the checklist. No, not the checklist. Let's go back to the manual. Here we go. Let's go back to engine hours counter. Does that count? Don't think there's any particular. I don't think there's anything about the engine hours counter. It must be dynamically counting the hours that I've done. Okay, let's continue down to 8,000. Set. And let's just continue that because we are... Bam! Look at that. That was pretty accurate. We've just passed over Lapra and we're only... Yeah, a little bit. Need to keep that. Need to keep that. That's Abbott. Abbott, we need to be 8,000. We need to continue that. Oh, no, 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 no. VS. Let's see it settle at 1,200. And, okay. We could afford to go 1,000 feet per minute. Yeah, okay, 1,000 feet per minute to Abbott, that's fine. And now Abbott puts us... flight level for 80. Okay. And then from flight level 80, it's basically as determined by ATC. So at that point, we need to bring our approaches chart in. Select ILS... runway 04. Yeah, there you go. And that's 110.5. 110.5. Set. That's on standby. Oh well, it's already dialed in for us and on active nav 1, which is cool. And the it's 042, so that's fine. Okay, coming down through 10,000 feet. What we're going to do is we are going to go landing lights on. Set. There we go. Coming down through 10,000 feet. Coming down to flight level 80. Let's just space out that descent to Abbott. Doesn't need to be so aggressive. Let's see. We're all doing okay in chat there. Okay, I've been a busy man, sorry. But you all seem to be hanging in there. Got your seatbelts on. It's all good. Okay, it's still about minus 21 degrees Celsius at 9,000 feet. So I'm going to turn on all the anti-ice I have. Ah, okay, that's not a hold switch. Okay, we're getting, oh! That's dumping the pressure. That's what I shouldn't have done. But at least I didn't do it above 10,000. So I'm happy. I mean, it's a mistake, but I make mistakes. Let's put 042 on our... Okay, that's... That's 0412. Okay? There we go. Hey, Jonathan, yeah. Oh, just departed from Geneva to Faro. In daytime or nighttime? Okay, 9:23 p.m. Coming down through 8,000. Okay, at 8,000, let us... That's fine. Let's hold at 8,000 until we hit Abbott. And then from Abbott, we will descend down to 3,000. That's what we'll do. North controller. Ah, Stansted's gone on offline. Altitude alert. 8,000 is capturing. At 8,000 feet, let's hit standard barometric pressure. Oh, sorry, not standard. Let's hit local barometric pressure. So we will descend to 8,000 feet instead of flight level 80. I'm flying on the VZ Virtual Airline. Okay, cool. I don't know what USR is. Arrival waypoint Abbott, okay. And then after we use this approach plate, we will we'll go to the correct plate for taxiing around the airfield. Okay, so we're getting lower and lower here. We're seeing the lights all light up. Oh, I just love flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The lighting is just so convincing, so realistic. Love the lighting. The clouds are a bit cotton bally and a bit weird sometimes, but they're fine. It's okay. Okay, I've got a white dotted line now. So what I think I need to do is procedure. Activate approach? Is that what I should have done? Oh, no, wait, what are we doing? Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Screwed that up. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, let's go. Nope. Cancel. Flight plan. That one. Activate. Boom. Done. Okay. Nav. Okay. I got a bit confused there, but you know, it's working. I managed to sort it out. Okay, let's go. Let's bring up my... Now that I'm down at 8,000 feet, let's bring up my RPM to 2,500. Let's go 32 inches manifold. Okay, there is no other aircraft in the area, but I am going to make a call on Unicom. Stansted traffic. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo is flying down the Barmy 2 Alpha arrival. Currently 8,000 feet and 195 knots ground speed. Okay, that's just kind of to keep people busy. I can see Stansted down below. Now I have freeware for Stansted, which is quite good freeware, so it should look like Stansted looks in real life. I know all the taxiways and aprons and everything looked good. The last time I was there, with several world updates since, that may have kind of gotten screwed up, but you know, we'll see what we can do. Okay, now we're in the star. Let's go down to 3,000 feet, and let's hit VS, and let's just bum down that. It's just 25 inches manifold. Let's just bum down that 24 inches. Now, do we even see the blue banana? Goodness me, we do. Oh, it's because I didn't hit armed. There we go. I see. That looks about right to me. That looks about right to me. That's good. That's fine. Just continue to like just not overspeed there on the manifold. Okay, coming round. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm really looking forward to nailing this approach. It's going to be great. Let's go back and have a look at chat. Okay. Sweet. Sweetness. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Feeling good and smelling good. Let's turn on these lights. And let's turn off these lights. Just so we got a bit more night lighting. Nice. Sexy. Oop. Failed to create using a Turkish Airlines 777. Okay. Is there... Who is that? No one near me, so... Okay. No one near me. Should be about a breast or a beam Stansted now. Yeah, there you go. There's Stansted. And then there's the A14. There's the A14 going up to... that's Cambridge, where I used to live. And there's the... Well, it's not the A14, it's the M11, actually. The M11 going up here. And then the A14 is that line of lights that stretches across the top of Cambridge going east to west, and that's the A14, and this one joins the A14, and the A14 goes out to East Anglia, where I was born. So this is very much home. This is home for me, in a sense. Although Norway felt more like home from an aviation standpoint. Right, guys. Let's see your landing. Let's see your landing. See 042. It's what was it again? 042. Yeah, 042. Let's go. Okay, that's about 04012. I'm gonna call that. And I'm gonna go across. So that will make sense in a moment. Okay, coming down. This is the bit, boys. Stansted traffic. Golf Foxtrot Romeo is on left downwind runway 04, looking for the ILS. Okay, let's turn off prop sync. Let's have a look at our visual approach and landing. No, instrument approach. Okay, approach above 3,000 feet, destination, airport elevation, etc. Prop synchronizer off, propellers full forward. Alternate air controls, check in, don't know what that means. Alternate air controls. Cabin pressurization check. Yeah, we should be, yeah, 3,000 feet, that's no problem. Yeah. Landing lights on, altimeter set to local. Now, when we bring up the tablet and we go to the next page, we should have, yeah, there you go. The pressure in MSL is 10. Yeah, is 1020. Oh, let's get rid of that. So when we go, it should be, well, 312. Actually, that's in inches. Yeah, 312 in inches. 1020 in QNH. Okay, here's the turn on to base leg. Let's get my feet on the rudder pedals, and oh. Okay, we're down to 140. So we're at the first flap. We're at the first flap. Instrument approach landing. Okay, glide slope intercept. Okay, let's go. At 171, we can go 15 degrees of flaps. Let's just put in some power. We don't want to drop out of the sky there. Right, so at this point, yeah, we've got this nice little curve. But what we want to do is we want to go to V-lock, and we want to go heading. And then we want to turn like so. Okay. At glide slope intercept, set flaps to 1, which is 15 degrees. Speed 140 to 150, which we're slightly slower than that, but you know, we're taking our time. It's a new aircraft. Not yeah. Now let's hit approach. Yeah, there's our center line. We just flew through it. That came faster than I thought it would. But we're attacking that now. That's fine. See. Sync rate 3 degrees glide slope. Okay. 3 nautical miles out, your damper comes off. Set flaps 2. Landing it down. And then set flaps full. Reduce speed to final 86 to 98. Okay. Okay, we're coming on the localizer now. 8 nautical miles. Stansted traffic. Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo is a localizer established 8 nautical miles. Okay. Down comes the glide. Let's just reset our heading bug if we have a go around. Set. Okay. Let's bring that down now. Now that we've got sorry. Now that we've got glide slope intercept. Oh, actually, no, I was reading that wrong. Yeah, the glide slope intercept. You see, this is where I am now. Flaps 15, 140 to 150, And it's only 3 nautical miles out that we go yaw damper off and flaps 2 and gear down and then full flaps. So just following this guy's checklist, which I think feels a bit good. Oh, because your streams are always so entertaining. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for that. That's very kind of you. Guys, put your landing predictions in, for those of you still watching. I know it's been a long stream. Put your landing predictions in. Actually, I think this will probably be my final stream. This will be my only stream this evening. I've got other stuff to do. I just wondered, I'm getting quite tired and I've got other stuff to do. But I really enjoyed this. So thoroughly enjoyed this. There's 2 weird windmills. Anyway, right. So 5 nautical miles. It is at 3 nautical miles. We go yaw damper off. We're currently 112 knots. Sorry, yeah, 112 knots. It says 130, 128, 129 knots. Yet that says we're 112 knots. That's strange. Oh. Oh, I just wonder if that's... I don't know what this... I've never used one of these before. This, I'm not sure what that's actually running off. So... Oh, maybe that... Oh, no, that's adding the headwind in. Yeah. That's ground speed. That's ground speed, that is. Yeah, 111. 111, 111. That's ground speed. Okay. That threw me for a minute. I thought that was airspeed. Okay. 3 nautical miles. So yaw damper comes off. Landing gear goes down. And we have 3 green. Landing gears down. Checked. Now with landing gear down, let's go... That's 30. Let's only need 30. Well, no, screw it. Let's go 40 inches. 45, sorry, 45 degrees. Yep. 45 degrees. Now we're slowing down. Let's just... Okay, with our landing gear down, let's go taxi light on. And let's go to... no. Airport info. No. Charts. Oh, screw that. Never mind. It's the turn off to the left. It's the first turn off to the left. I know it. Okay. Autopilot disconnected. Okay. My control. Reduce speed to final. Right. Flaps. Full. Flaps are full. Gear is down 3 greens. Props are full forward. Mixtures are rich. Ready to go. 50 feet off the threshold, we go idle throttle. I'm just saying your landing rate will be negative 170. Okay, okay. We'll see, we'll see. My lights are all on, so I should hopefully be seeing things soon. Okay, alright, should be reducing speed now. Will I hit... I'm good centerline. Oof. Oh, that was good. First turn off to the left is the GA parking. Just here. Stansted traffic, Golf Lima India Foxtrot Romeo is vacated the active and taxiing to GA parking. Take a left-hand turn here, and then it's just a right-hand turn up ahead. I wasn't watching I wasn't watching my screen when the landing rate actually came up. So I won't know until I've... Oh, look, let's actually turn right here. There you go. Let's turn on to this. Whoop. Stop and park your brake. Okay, right, first things to do is to turn off the avionics. Avionics gone off. Let's turn off all our yeah, that one, nav lights, anti-collision lights. Mixtures off. And with the mixtures off with the mags, and off with the bats. Let's just turn on the GPU. And with the GPU turned off, oh sorry, with the GPU on, let's just turn on our floodlights and call it an evening. Oh, right, chocks in. Engine plugs, tie downs, pitot covers, control lock, everything. Sweet. So guys, thank you very much for coming with me on this journey. Let me just see that yeah, 7.7 hours. I think that must track my overall flight hours in the aircraft, and every time I load the aircraft up again, that doesn't change. So that should be like a time log, which is really cool. I like that. So we're ending at 9:43. I can't quite remember when we took off. When did we take off? Did we take off? Flight plan. I said 7:35, 17:35, 7. All right, 17:30. I think it was about 17:30. Okay. Whew, that was a buzz. That was definitely a buzz. What I'm gonna do is just to be able to see what the area looks like. I'm gonna turn on real daytime. Right, I'm gonna pause track IR. And I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to go to my camera. I'm going to go showcase, reset position, and let's go for a spin. And this is where I'm using my fake Xbox controller. So this is the scenery I have for Stansted. As you can see, it's very good. And this is freeware. I got this from flightsim.to. Let's go over and see where we are here. So I know Stansted quite well because this was my home airport for a long while. Oh, let's see. Now, are these statics? Or is this actual VATSIM traffic, I wonder? Do I have any VATSIM traffic? I don't think there is in this area. Oh, there is one. Oh, there's a Ryanair. Oh, and of course we get Thames and so forth. London City. Ooh, I should have flown into London City instead of Stansted, hey? Ah, well, next time. London City is a lovely airport to fly out of with this little aircraft. I can't wait to fly more with this aircraft. London Stansted. So we've got a Ryanair, who is most likely that one up there. This looks like this is just static, a static aircraft. So this Ryanair. Oh, actually, there's lots of Ryanairs. Oh crap. Oh, okay, they're all the statics. This guy here, this guy is the, yeah. This guy is the VATSIM traffic. You can see that very clearly because he's clipping through some of the scenery. Hang on. Is that Tug trying to latch on? I don't know. I wonder if he's about to push back. Anyway, yeah, Stansted is a lovely place. Well, it depends. Depends. It's up to you. Luton is far worse, I find, as a passenger experience. But many's a time I've been to Stansted. Oh, I'm getting kind of homesick for home when I look at this sort of place. And yes, and for freeware, they've done the interior of the terminal building, and I can tell you that is exactly what the layout looks like when you go and you've got these central column beams. Of course, obviously, you know, there's the departure lounge and everything on the other side, so obviously it's not like that. But you do get these trams that go across here and go down and could take you to other terminals. So yeah, that's Stansted. Very nicely modelled for free, which is great. Not quite sure about the colouring of the grass there, but there we go. And then this is the cargo and GA aircraft. Usually you get biz jets and stuff in this area, and all sorts of weird things. Corporate jets and that sort of thing hang out over here. So my first ever, I'll tell you guys, this is my parting fact. My first ever flight on VATSIM in my life, I think, was about 2013, so that would have been 9 years ago now, and it was from Stansted in a Cessna 152, and it was from this area, the GA area. I taxied onto the runway. I just went up for a circuit in a 152 at Stansted, and you're already thinking, potential problems there in a 152 at Stansted, but I go on. It gets better. He tells me to take off runway 22 for a right hand circuit. I taxi onto the runway, and instead of turning right to take off on runway 22, I turn left in my stage fright of being on VATSIM for the first time. And in a 152, from this point, I take off on runway 04 instead of runway 22, and I take off coming in this direction. And I rotated obviously before that, but I got to about here, and I remember looking to the right out my window, and I think it was at this point here where I saw about two Ryanair 737s and about 3 EasyJets all lined up at this point, looking at this little 152 taking off in the wrong direction. And I remember the tower just kind of, once the tower realized what was going on, it was like, you're taking off runway 04, okay, right. I was like, oh no. And like, you've got a line of like 6 commercial aircraft just kind of looking at you as you go by going, what is he doing? So that was my first ever VATSIM experience at Stansted. And I've been here at Stansted as well. I think about here. See this road that travels along the fence line? I've been down this road, and I've walked through the trees, and there's a spot where you can. It must actually, I'm pretty much where that spot is right now. But there's a spot that's a little bit higher than the rest that gives you a view of the landing and departing traffic. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. But thank you very much for watching. I had a blast. I just wish there was more ATC. I should fly in busier times. which I hope to do so soon. But that was a great little, I don't know, introduction flight for me with the Cessna 414 from Flysimware, flying it in an IFR capacity at night with a little bit of VATSIM, ATC controlling. Not much, but not too much. So there we go. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Let me just see what chat has to say before I leave you. Negative 60 feet per minute. Is that what it was? I'll have to go back and rewatch that. That was butter. Thank you. Nicely done. Yeah, just like the Just Flight Arrows and Warriors. Yep. Cheers, Peter. No worries, Sean. Jonathan, you're saying, sadly, of UK, I only know London and Exeter, but one day I'll go to Cambridge and CIE. Nice, yeah. Well, it happens to everyone, I guess, the first time on VATSIM. Yeah, it's the first time on VATSIM. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go log my flight hours with I'm going to go log my flight hours with Kix VFR Club, except I was flying IFR, but they're a GA virtual airline, you could call them, not an airline, but virtual group. Cool. Well, thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I will catch you later. I'm going to leave this live stream as public on my YouTube channel, just for those to catch up afterwards. So, have a good evening, and oh, Sean, I've just arrived home in Dublin from Ben's house in Lisbon. Thanks for keeping me entertained and informed. I used to fly into Stansted every fortnight from Knock. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, no worries. Good you had a safe drive there, Sean. Have a wonderful night, Peter, in the chat. Yeah, you too, Jonathan. Okay. Bye, guys. I will turn in and say good evening.